All right.
Hey!
There it is.
Howdy.
I see the button now. Hello.
Hello.
We're back for more antics. All right. So,
Kill Nigel again.
guys, what's that?
Let's kill Nigel again.
Yeah, let's
I mean,
not
I'm
do that.
trying.
Let's not.
I'm trying. Well, Nigel got one, so now everyone else has to catch up. I gotta kill Callista. I gotta kill. I gotta kill Steven.
Really need
Let's see
to.
how many times he can get resurrected before things don't start working right. Like he can't open one of his eyes all the way anymore, so he's just kind
Exactly.
of walking around like.
It's like Fix It Felix in the Wreck-It Ralph. Every time he gets decked, it's like a new big thing, and then he like uses the hammer and he gets hit again. It's another big thing. I like it.
Yes.
I wonder if there is a rule how many times you can be revivified before there's permanent lasting damage somewhere.
You could
Let's
make
hope we don't
something
find
up,
out.
even if there isn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll look into that. I'll look into
Like,
that.
Every time you're brought back, you leave a little of yourself, like on the astral
In
plane.
the shadow planes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that
One
was
or two
Arrow.
times
I was
doesn't
just
matter
like,
that
what was
much,
that where
but-
people got resurrected and they came back all weird? It was Arrow.
Arrow, yep.
Oh, because he's Lazarus Pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Just
like that's
because you
shown
give
up in.
someone
And
back
Pet
up.
Cemetery.
The
Let's-
intense bloodlust.
I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
They'd kill everything.
they have to punch someone. It's bad.
I was thinking of Hellboy actually with Rasputin, but
Uh,
that's the movie, not the comic. I don't know. I don't know if the comic does that.
In the
Yeah.
comic, he's more of like this weird ghost thing, but then Abe still stabbed him with a harpoon. So like he had like a weird like murder boner for Abe. The Hellboy comics aren't that good. They're
Tell you
really
what.
easy to look at.
I'll tell you what. I'll just make a Pet Cemetery guideline somewhere that I'll roll, and we'll see if you come back just a murder zombie.
God, it's like
Nigel's still Nigel, but he's not all there and just wants to kill everything.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, we'll figure that out later.
Oh, it adjusts your alignment.
Yeah, your alignment gets like
Yeah.
flipped.
So it just goes down one. So if you're like chaotic neutral, you're then, chaotic or what? Then you're chaotic bad or good, just up or down, up or down.
I wouldn't take you from chaotic neutral to chaotic evil. That'd be like a huge jump.
I guess I was more looking at or neutral or whatever. I don't know.
He just stops to care. He's just there. It is what it is. I mean, we all die. I'm sorry. We all die.
You'll die.
It is. All right. You guys.
Hard to play.
So yeah, you guys ventured in to the Morrissey mine to figure out what the hell is in there. You went through the first level. Didn't really find anything. Nigel and Steven almost got pulled into a big giant hole by some rock hands. You said, I think we're done with this floor, left, went down to the next one. Callista got very enamored with a minecart, and you guys got pushed her around in that until it went off the rails and down a big old hole that thankfully Callista did not go down. As Baylor was kind of showing you what the hell was going on with certain areas of the mine where it looked like things weren't like mined out or kind of harvested or broken out of the rock there. They were more just kind of like, it looked like they just got like scooped out somehow. Like it was very smooth how these things got removed.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys were walking around investigating more, some giant worms started to pop up and drop from ceilings and just generally fuck your shit up. Started to dispatch them pretty easily. A bigger one made its presence known, and right before it came out to say hello, Nigel took a big ol' hit and got insta-killed, and was very upset about that. Started rolling a new character until your buddy Baylor rolled over and laid his big old dwarf hands on you and brought you back to the land of the living. Everyone was trying to dispatch this big worm, the Grick Alpha that showed up when you were laying on your side. Baylor was protecting you the whole time. Took a big hit as well. Didn't move. And then as you were on the other side, or wherever you were in your in your death, you heard a voice from Dan Claude saying, "I thought I taught you better. Told you to get your ass up off the floor." And right when that happened, your eyes popped open and you stood up and went at this worm, vanquishing it right away. It falls to the floor, and your final words before passing out were, "Don't make me look bad in front of my dad." And then Nigel fell to the floor. And so that's where you guys are. You have 4 smaller worms dead around. Well, I'm sorry, 3 dead around you because Og tossed one down the pit.
Yes.
And then a big, just the Grick Alpha that's there. This is kind of laying in front of you guys. That's where we're at. What would you guys like to do? You're out of combat.
I'm still fainted.
I would
on the
like
ground.
to heal the penguin.
Nice.
Okay.
Do some wonderful ye old cure wounds for 23 HP.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Halfway there.
Baylor is still over you. Like he kind of dropped down and dropped his stance a bit, and he's checking in on Nigel, seeing how he's doing, trying to shake him. Nigel, are you okay? And he looks around and says, is anyone else hurt?
I am not.
I'm actually all right.
I think I'm about.
Oh,
I'm a little frightened, but I'm other than that.
Og had a little boo-boo, but he's fine.
Yeah, I'd rather not do that again. Hey y'all, Heaven.
Have you woken
buck
up?
Wild.
You woke up?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just woke
Okay.
up going into a monologue, much like Nigel would do.
Okay. He just says,
Heaven.
Nigel, are you okay? Are you in need of more healing?
Like, if I was a cup, I would say I was half full right now. Where before the cup was broken, and I died, I guess.
Okay. Baylor says, I think I can help everyone, and basically asks if you guys want to hang out where you are for a little bit. He can help the entire party. It's just he has to pray, essentially.
Sure.
I think
Hang out
maybe
where
we
we are.
should get out of cave before
Yeah,
stopping
yeah.
for a bit.
Yeah, the cave isn't my favorite place anymore. As happy as I was to be here beforehand, I desperately want to get out of here. So
Okay.
I'm gonna drink a healing potion.
Okay. So where you guys are right now, just to kind of refamiliarize yourself, it was a fairly big room. Shoosh. It was a fairly big room.
Yeah,
Pull this
holes.
out so I can give you there are a couple holes. I'm going to give you the directions of kind of where everything is in this place. So you're in the center of this room. The tunnel you came into is basically on the east side. There is that first hole that the minecart went down is south. It was right to the south of the entrance that you came in. The hole that Og kicked the worm down was on the other side, was on the north side. And then where the big worm came from, there was another little tunnel that was on the west side. So
So in my head, the way it was
give you
looking,
guys the idea. So
Yeah.
you guys came in, you guys came in this tunnel up here. That's where the cart fell down.
yeah.
That's where the worm fell down that Og went, and that's where the other
Not gone.
big worm came from. So you can go down that path to see what is there, or you can backtrack and try to get out or somewhere where you are. Right now, you guys have 3 pretty damn healthy, party members. So
Baylor got a big hit. We might need to see.
he took a hit, but he just says if he basically is just like, if Nigel, I'm happy to help. If you can, I can help. I can help the whole group, but if everyone is in need, then it'll take me a while. Otherwise, I am
okay. I'm full. I'm feeling very healthy. But if you'd like, Baylor, you took a pretty nasty shot there. If you'd like, I could lay on hands for a few healing points. If you.
He says, that will not be necessary. I can handle myself. I just didn't know if everyone was in need, then I can accommodate. It just may take a little longer.
Okay, so
You may
well, this-
require the help of
maybe-
Moradin.
Yeah.
Maybe we
So
should
I'm
keep one in the
flipping over.
tank.
I'm digging through Abe. I don't have any health potions, so if anybody wants to,
Wait a minute.
I can.
Didn't you have those salves and shit?
yeah, I didn't have them.
You gave them to someone else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nigel.
Okay, I'll give you my healing salve.
Okay.
Why don't we save that just a minute here? And I'm gonna if you're willing,
Yeah. Let's just heal
I'll
it.
lay on hands and I'll close my eyes and touch, and then I will give you 15
Okay.
points of healing.
Oh yeah, then I'm good to go. Then I'm at 39. Then.
Okay,
So-
Baylor says, oh, okay, just give me 1 second. And he just kind of puts his hand up, closes his eyes for a second, and kind of touches his like abdomen, his chest, where he took that giant hit from the worm. His hand glows a bit. And he says, I think I will be fine now.
And as just a little extra touch up, I'm going to channel divinity because it doesn't take any extra time and give each of them 5 more points.
Cool. Okay.
Cool. I am at full health.
I will turd D&D Beyond. Okay, well, I'll throw that on Baylor in a second. Oh, well. All right. So, yeah, Baylor is good. Yeah. So you guys, pretty much everyone's back to full health now.
Mhm.
With what's going on, it seems. So what would you guys like to do? You can go down the path to the west that you haven't been down yet, or you can backtrack and go to like more towards the main entrance because there was another couple areas that you could go.
Yeah, let's just keep going forward.
Yeah, let's check where that big worm. came
I'm
from.
not leading the way anymore, though. Fuck that. And then I'm just in the back with Og.
I'll go
I'll stand.
should we-
Lester, you're going first?
with my
Okay.
hood
Try
up.
to search the worms for anything. I mean, they're worms. I don't know if they're gonna like.
Right.
They probably don't have anything on them.
If you want to.
Find like half digested rings or something.
Harvest poison.
Nigel took a hit. I think Og took a small one. Baylor took a big one. It didn't seem like it was anything. I mean, just if you ask them, what did it feel like? It didn't seem like anything like straight up poisonous. It was just big worms with big maws and big friggin' pincers, predator style around their mandibles.
Can Steven try and take one of the teeth, the fangs or whatever that they had?
Sure.
I'll rip one out and put it
Yeah.
in my bag.
Yeah, go for it. Okay.
Oh.
I'm still
Okay.
here.
So what, Og, you want to gut this thing and see if there's anything in the belly?
Not particularly.
Okay.
I was just asking.
If he's
anyone
gonna start
else was
gutting
curious.
something,
If you'd like me to, I could open this up for you while I'm getting this tooth. Would you like to see what's inside?
Yeah, I'm just kicking the one that, like, if this is all going on, I'm just kicking the one that
Og
killed.
thinks he knows more or less what's inside it. So, like, if we split it open and cotton
Oh,
candy
if
spills
Steven
out,
doesn't
I'd be
care, he opens
surprised.
it up anyway.
But-
He didn't give an answer. He just took his dagger out and he sliced it open. There you go. And then I'm gonna keep working on the tooth.
Okay,
I
do
thought this felt bad on the
do a
outside.
nature check. If you're opening this thing up, do a nature check for it real quick.
Me?
It's
Alright.
just burned by stomach acid.
Nature. Where? Oh, hold on. Gotta get out of full screen. That's 14.
Okay. Everyone's saying like, no, I don't think, and maybe, and Nigel's over there kicking and muttering to himself, and you are curious. Your curiosity took over, and he's like, I'm gonna see what's in this thing. And you take, do you have a dagger?
Yes, I do.
All right, take a dagger, and you start trying to field dress this thing and going through. And it's a big worm. So you assume like, there's the head. If I just go down enough, the stomach will be here. And you're going down, pushing it through. And you go in and rip it, and it finally comes open, and everything comes open. I mean, everything comes open, and you just essentially like cut into the intestines of this thing, and
Okay.
you just get like covered with worm shit.
That was a mistake. That was a bad idea. Sorry.
My Grick wounds.
It's in my Grick wounds. Oh no. It's everywhere.
It's Everywhere.
That's still one of my favorite things to quote from any Family Guy
Yeah,
episode.
it's in my raccoon wounds.
Oh, it's everywhere. Oh, it's in my raccoon wounds.
Yes.
Oh.
That
And I
just
say it,
the
and
thought of
everyone's like,
being
what?
in a
What?
that just the thought of being in a porta potty and it falls
When
on
it
its
goes,
side.
yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, so your goblin is now covered in excrement. Didn't
Right.
I mean you can try to root through the excrement that's
I'm
now
already dirty.
everywhere.
I'll look. If I'm already there, I might as well look.
Investigation.
Oh, fuck.
You know,
I mean,
first
maybe
off,
it'll
hang
turn
on,
into
hang
another
on,
one and
wait,
it'll
wait,
clean
no,
it
no,
off
no, no, no.
somehow.
Constitution save.
Constitution?
Constitution saving throw.
All
You're
right.
covered in shit, yeah.
17.
Okay, yeah, you hold it together. You don't vomit or anything. So yeah, now roll your investigation if you want to root through
Would we
this.
notice if he had it?
Ooh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You don't. I mean, you find like bits and pieces of what you're guessing is food, like sewn together, but nothing is like, oh my god, there's a necklace. It's
Can we
you.
tell if these things have been eating the miners?
I will say that with
Like-
with his role, unless
like-
anyone else wants to dig through this.
I mean, Steven's already there, so
Find a
Exactly.
hand and
Hey,
wave
did
it
you
like,
find
like a femur or anything.
just like Pennywise in the new It? Just wave a hand like, look what I found.
Exactly. No, it doesn't.
I'm so surprised. Holds up some eyes.
It doesn't. He had his father's eyes. No, you don't see any like hands or like a femur or anything like that.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
nothing that would lead you to believe that, holy crap, this is where
Hopefully,
these
maybe
guys
the
went.
miners are maybe still alive then.
Yeah.
At the very least, they're not inside of a worm. It seems like.
Yeah. As all this is going on, Callista, are you waiting or are you going forward to?
I'm at the mouth of the tunnel, just looking disgustedly back at these boys messing with all the guts. Like,
All right, because I'm gonna say you can smell it. Like anyone in this room can smell it
Yeah, I'm
as this is going on. So
Let's
it comes
go.
open, it goes through straight up tauntaun. It
Ugh.
just like it just permeates. You guys hear it. You're there while he is looking. Do you go or do you wait for them to?
I
Do
do
this.
it to keep him warm.
Mhm.
Slow.
So you'll go when it's going up. Okay. If you're doing it, go ahead and stealth check.
Heck yes. Okay.
And I think you get advantage on them with the hood,
I
right?
do.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
The
Cool.
first one is a fucking 12, and the second one is a 21.
Okay. Good. Yeah, you're making your way through. You're finding like just the right footfalls going through, looking, pretty much making no noise as you're going through this thing. You get about 15, 20 feet down, and you can see ahead of you that it comes to an end, a halt where you can see the side of the cliff face, and then not the cliff face, the cave wall, and then it does kind of veer off to the right a little bit.
So it's not a T, it's just a right turn.
Just to right, yeah.
Just
Peek around?
Just peek around the corner with the hood up.
Okay,
Not my body
cool.
in the channel, but
Yeah, I'm not going to have you re-roll. The 21's good enough.
all right.
You peek around and you see there is kind of a concave area, like a semicircle of where they probably started to go to start another tunnel. But you see it's kind of the same thing before. The floor goes to a certain area and then it just drops off into another big fucking hole.
And can I look
And it's
around
not like jagged. It's like a straight like.
sheer?
Yep.
And is there anything else that I can see, or are there any sounds coming from down there, or any smells?
You can perception check. Go for it.
18.
Smells, no. The only thing you hear is kind of Steven gagging slightly. And you hear him go, "Oh, that was a bad idea." From behind you, nothing that you can discern from down the hole. Smells, no. And just looking around, like I said, it looks like what the floor that was there going in just kind of like instead of like breaking off or like crumbling or like, oh shit, it's going down. It just was like just like fell. and looking across, there are some more of those little like kind of scoop marks
Mm-hmm.
going, but you do see some little like differently. I was gonna say glinting, but there's no light. You essentially see some areas that aren't just like rock, that may be some form of mineral or something else.
Ooh.
But you can only see in the shades of gray, so you can't really tell what it is right now. It's just like you're looking at it, wall, scoop, and a couple like little lines of something else.
Are those little lines within reach, or are they on the opposite side of the hole?
There, the other side is probably about like the furthest away from you is about like 15, 20 feet.
So those
And that's
discolorations,
where
minerals
you,
are.
that's mainly where you can see. Like, again, you could tell they were trying to like build into this and make a different pathway. And they presumably found something, because there are those things that are there. There's that kind of discolored something, so they were maybe onto something, but you wouldn't be able to reach across to it.
Okay. So I'm going to go back and tell the guys what I saw. Tell everybody
Sure.
what I found.
Sure.
I was
There's
gonna try to help Steven, clean himself off a bit, and then maybe like, man, Og needs to start just carrying a mop on him, some, like sawdust or something.
Constantly. Og's the janitor of the party.
Yeah, so pretty much it was a dead end.
It was a dead end, guys, and it did it into a hole. It's like there's some minerals across the hole that they started to get, but they didn't finish getting. But
You said
they're not
minerals, and
reachable.
Baylor kind of perks up and says, "Oh, I'll go check. Give me 1 second."
I don't know if they're reachable, Baylor.
I'm gonna go with Baylor.
Anything's reachable if you try hard enough.
All right, let's go back and check out the dead end, folks.
All right. You guys all go down there. There's enough. There's like just enough space for you all to kind of like be in that area without anyone like kind of like being shoulder to shoulder and potentially shoving down into this hole. But he looks over. He looks over and he's just kind of inspecting. He can't reach it with his maul this time. It's just too far away. But he does. Well, actually, you know what? He takes his maul and he touches the tip of it and casts light on it, and then just holds it across so we can get a better look. And it looks like he just tells you it looks like there's a kind of a vein of most likely copper and maybe some iron that was that way. He says, "I just seeing that, I can tell you that is probably what that mineral is without bringing it out and seeing it right in front of me. But the hue and the shine does make me think that it is most likely copper and iron. Again, those patterns straight ahead that you can see. No tool that I know of did that.
Huh.
You can, yeah, and he peeks in a little closer and tries to reach out. He's like, if you see around the copper, you can see where there have been axes and other tools that have tried to get at it, and it's very rough and it's not easy work." And he points back to the little like concave holes. It's like that is something else entirely.
And I probably know the answer, but do these holes, do these match maybe the mouths of these worm things? Like, is there some similarity there?
Says, I can tell you that I felt those maws on my body, and sharp and as painful as they may be, I do not think that they could cut through solid rock so cleanly. So I don't believe that's the case.
Og doesn't think they eat stone.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about rocks. I'm still learning. Thanks, Baylor, for teaching me about rocks.
You're awfully welcome.
Are the holes all roughly the same size, more or less?
Throw me a perception check, because you saw the ones before,
Okay.
and you're looking at these right now, and he's trying to give you a better idea.
16.
Roughly, like just by trying to eye them, you can say that like there's not one that's like the size of a golf ball and then the size of like a watermelon. Like they don't vary that much, but they're about the same size with maybe little variations here and there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, like, if they're all like around the same size, what if they were like almost like some kind of egg or something stuck in the rock, and when it gets disturbed, whatever's inside hatches, and the egg falls out, leaving a spherical hole because whatever was in there is no longer there. But it's not until they're actually like disturbed.
That's an interesting idea.
Well, let's get out of here.
I'm with you, Nigel. Let's go check out some other areas.
Yeah.
See what other kind of trouble we can
I
get
love staring at holes like the next guy, but fuck this. And then I just start
You just waddle away. Okay.
So have we concluded all of level 2?
No.
Or is there a hallway?
There was a couple other areas.
We
Or
gotta
was it a
fucking
hallway?
go.
I couldn't remember.
This was a side tunnel off the main one, if I remember correctly.
One option that you could have
Okay.
that you
Yeah.
could have done. So yeah, you guys walk back to the main area. Worm entrails and carcasses everywhere, so they're still there.
Slosh.
I spit on the worm as I walk by it, and then I
Sure.
just keep going. I'm in the front now. Nigel's fucking
Hey,
fucking cave.
You gonna come say goodnight to everyone? Yeah. All right. We got our weekly goodnight. You wait. I'm not getting both of you up here, goofball. All right. Okay, buddy.
I got it.
Buddy.
Good
Hey.
night.
Hello. Good night.
Roll us a
Here's
dice.
the big guy.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you gonna roll one for me? Here. You do that one. Just throw it on the table. You ready? Get it on there. How badly is Daddy gonna hurt these people? Ooh, I'm gonna keep that a secret.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
Just yelling.
Good.
Night.
We're all gonna die, guys.
I love
Great.
you, buddy.
That's
All
a
right,
good
go
omen.
ahead.
We're
Go
all
ahead.
gonna
That's a
die.
good omen,
Every one of
yeah.
us. It's terrible.
Good night. I can make it up.
Good night.
We'll see if you match your brother.
Hi.
Hi, Zoe.
Guys, okay?
See how badly Daddy's gonna hurt them.
Don't hurt
Oh,
us.
oh, we can't see the number. Oh no,
Out of the
that's
box.
another bad omen.
No.
Oh, jeezy peasy. I'm gonna keep it a secret from everyone. Okay?
Tell us. Tell us. Hurry. Tell us.
Is that okay with you?
Eyes up.
What the?
Really weird.
Sorry, my internet just cut out for some reason.
No. That's fine. We were all very confused for a minute.
It just it popped up on my screen and said, "You are the host now," and I'm like, "Huh, what?"
I saw it too. Yeah.
I'm just gonna make Les the host for now, and then just in case.
Oh, in case it drops out again. Okay.
Now I have all the power.
All right. Cool.
Nigel is the host now.
No, don't make Nigel the host. Oh my God, that's a horrible idea.
Oh wait, yeah. I'm already in the main corridor, walking towards like the other entrance we haven't gone down. I'm in the front now.
Well, there are multiples.
Well,
So
There was the main-
so you come out of the tunnel you guys were in, the little area that you're in,
okay.
back to the main area. If you look right, which is east, that's going to take you out.
I want to do the opposite of out.
You're going to go west.
Yes.
Okay, so you come out of a little turn to your left, and start going down. And there's a nice little kind of like 90-degree angle coming up where the south side of the wall ends, and kind of 90 degrees and starts turning north. Or I'm sorry, it's going west and then it turns north that way. At that little corner, you see another little hole, not as big as the one that was where you guys just were, that little concave area, but it reaches maybe about 8 foot across from where it starts to where it hits the other side. And you guys see some more, like, it's not as many, but just a couple of those little like pod areas that kind of get sucked out. I'll call them pods, little pod areas that kind of look like they got scooped out. And then if you look to the north, there is a tunnel that kind of just goes in a little bit and then sharply turns west. Or on the north side of the wall, kind of close to where that goes in, there is another tunnel that does lead north. But you said you wanted to go opposite of where the entrance was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Deeper into mine.
Yeah.
Opposite from the entrance. Okay, cool. You guys start. Well, Nigel, you going first?
Yeah, I'm going first.
Okay. All right.
With
Nigel's going
determination.
first. For what?
With determination.
With determination. Okay. All right. Nigel, you start going. Maybe about 15, 20 feet down. And you see it. You can see the far end of the wall. It curves and goes south. So it goes to the left from where you're walking, and there's another kind of openish area that goes to the right that opens north.
I guess I'm gonna go right.
You're gonna go right?
Yeah.
You start to go and you look and you stop pretty quickly because it's kind of the same thing. You see a couple of veins of some ore or things that are there with a couple of little pods there, and then another drop.
Okay, I curse and then walk out of that little thing and go down the next.
And go the other one.
Another fucking dead end, and then I just keep.
I think, was that the same dead end, just the other side we saw earlier?
No.
Okay.
So the one you just came from that Baylor was trying to like reach across with his maul was further south from where you guys are right now.
Okay.
It is on the same side of the wall. So where you guys were, the north side had that area and then it fell off. And it's kind of the same thing as where this other drop off was. It's kind of northwest.
Okay.
Nigel says, "Son of a," and turns around and goes the other way.
It's
And
just like coming behind him, and then just like, oh, he went to the right. Oh no, never mind. As he's
yeah,
cursing.
exactly. If you guys didn't have dark vision, then this would be many more perception checks about like, oh, you didn't see this, you almost fall down the hole. But you turn southward and start going down that little tunnel. And when I say little tunnel, it's a little tunnel. It goes maybe about 12, 15 feet and then just stops. There's no cutoff. There's no drop. There are some like mining tools and things that are there that are laid up against the wall, but it just comes to an end.
Again, I curse, say "fucking mine," and then I just turn back around.
Okay. So you guys are now all like, you're basically like going single file down this stuff and trying to follow Nigel, and he comes around and he's like, fuck. And he goes in and he's like, fuck. And so you're trying to like lead them, but now you're kind of like just getting like all up in each other's business, trying to figure out who's going to go down this place. So who is at the end of this marching order? So Nigel is first. I hear Steven say he's probably behind Nigel.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be behind Steven with my hood up.
Behind Steven. Og, you want to be at the end or you want to be behind Callista?
I'll ask Baylor if he has a preference.
I mean, you guys have been walking for a while now, so it doesn't really matter.
We'll just say Og's at the end then.
Okay, all right, cool. So you guys are kind of getting jumbled. You can see everyone kind of like starting to mash up against each other. And Og, go ahead and as everyone's kind of trying to get turned around and do all these things, Og, throw me perception. I'll let Baylor do it too.
Okay. Yeah, 13.
13. You hear something. It doesn't sound like just kind of random like shifting and things like that. Almost sounds like a voice.
Okay.
Baylor did not roll well, so he doesn't hear this.
Yeah. Okay. So Og kind of stops and goes like, "Shh." Og hears something.
Can I then now roll perception because he's notified us that?
No. Og, you hear it is in fact a voice as everyone says, no, Og say shut up, and I don't think Nigel would shut up. I think he's still trying to get the fuck out of
What?
here.
Still
I want out of
swearing.
this fucking tunnel.
Huh? What? Huh? From you, so Og, you kind of wait and try to listen a little more and kind of focus your senses, and you do hear you hear a voice. Seems, well, you don't know where it is in this place because trying to do direction in here with the echoes and everything is kind of very difficult. But it sounds like a voice saying, "Where am I?"
Nigel's hat.
It doesn't sound like it's coming from behind you down from where he is, so probably not the hat.
Okay, I'll kind of hears a voice. Seems like asking, "Where am I?"
Well, let's go to the voice.
Where's it coming from? Can you detect?
Somewhere behind me.
Let's go. Lead the way.
Go.
All
I'm
right.
going to take this opportunity to bless all three of them so they can add a D4 to a saving throw or attack roll
Okay, and that's for a minute?
for a minute.
Okay, cool. All right,
I guess
Og,
Og, perks his ears up.
so you guys start walking, you start making your way back kind of towards the entrance of the cave. And you're listening again. You do hear a little something every so often. It wasn't as prominent as that time when you really just kind of focused. So your only other option coming back from where you guys were is the other entrance that started heading north, other than just leaving out this
I guess we should check that.
This
Hoods
area?
up, but I'm going that way.
Okay. So you guys start making your way around. Og, you're the first one out, so you can start making your way down there, or you can wait for everyone else to come out too.
I'll wait for everyone else.
All right, so you come out. Everyone kind of congregates around this other tunnel going forward, and now that everyone is there, everyone can do a perception check if you want.
Perception and then add my D4.
Baylor, apparently he just loves this mine. He's just checking out the craftsmanship.
22.
14.
D4.
Ooh, I got a 23 this time.
18 with my
23, 24, 18.
14.
14. Everyone except Baylor hears it. Steven, you hear a voice. You say, "Oh, Og wasn't full of shit." Og, Callista, and Nigel, you guys hear someone calling out again, and it just says, "Dad."
Do we recognize the voice?
That's scary.
Yeah.
Why is it calling?
They were asking for help. We needed to help them. So, I mean, the children, they're kind of creepy in themselves.
Well,
Aren't mines normally full of miners?
Yeah, mine
mines are full of miners. That is a good one, Og.
That's a good one, Hog. I love it.
Well, here's my thought. Either A, we go down there, it's a trap. Worst thing that could happen, one of us dies. Hey, guys, that's already happened today, so fuck it. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
I think we lost Callista again.
I
Here, I
think
can
she's
hear
frozen a
you.
little bit, but that's okay.
I can hear you.
All right, so you guys are going to continue down this?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you still hearing this?
Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you.
Who's
Okay,
going?
yeah, I was going to say, if your audio drops out, you might want to try just calling in on your phone.
Why don't you take the video off?
So you guys hear this, and Baylor's like, "Wow, what's happening? I don't
There's a
hear
voice.
something."
Sounds like a child.
Yeah, there's a child asking for their father.
Yeah,
Where?
Mysterious.
This way.
Somewhere
We-
down
we-
here.
we-
He hears child asking for help this way and just goes.
Wait.
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds like
He's just, what are we waiting for? And he goes down.
We're
this tunnel.
waiting to tell you what the hell we're doing as we're chasing.
He's gone.
I'm,
Well, not gone, meaning you can't see him anymore, but he's just like,
I'm following him. Right
child
behind.
needs help. Okay. All right.
this.
So Baylor, Steven.
I think we full on lost Callista.
No, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay,
she-
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, audio's still good. All right. So,
Yeah.
so marching order in this one: Baylor, Steven. Who wants to be
Nigel.
behind the goblin?
Nigel.
Nigel,
I say, how about Nigel, then Callista, and then Og?
Callista, Og. Okay, cool. All right. You guys start going down. Give another roll for Baylor. Steven, you see him. How hesitant is everyone being?
My hood is up, but I'm looking around. I'm trying to hurry up and find him.
Okay.
I've got my longsword out, and I'm running behind him. Once he decided to take off, I'm like, well, fuck.
You're
And
just on his ass?
I'm with him.
Okay,
Like,
okay, cool.
I can do this shit.
So, Nigel, how close are you behind Steven?
I'm as close as I can to Baylor now. I'm not going to really let Baylor out of my eyesight.
Okay, you guys are trying to stay as close as possible, Callista?
Yeah.
Yes, but maybe 10 feet behind whoever.
10 feet behind? Okay, okay, cool. All
I'm
right.
staying pretty close to Callista.
All right, just to give an idea for like if someone hears or sees or anything happens, who's going to see and do. All right. Baylor starts going down. He is not necessarily being careful. Not careful that he's just like full sprint, but he is trying to get through this place as quickly as possible to like check and see where things are coming from. So Steven, you notice as he's going, he stops for a second and looks to the left and kind of up and down and keeps going and stops again and looks to the right, up and down and kind of does a lean over and then goes forward to where you can see an end of a tunnel and he just turns left and keeps going. As you follow behind him, since you're pretty close, are you stopping to see what he is looking at, or are you just staying on his butt?
Well, now I'm curious. What the fuck was he looking at?
So
I
here
wanna-
are the options. He's leading and he's trying to find where this person is. If you are stopping to say what did he look at and what is over here, it's going to create more distance between you and him.
Well, no, I'm gonna look at Nigel and say, Nigel, stay on him. I want to see what the fuck he was looking at. And
Yeah, that's fine. And I'm like just right on Baylor.
he's on
Okay,
Baylor.
cool.
I'll stop and look.
Okay. So you guys will I'll say you just like kind of switch positions.
Mhm.
Nigel, you stay on Baylor. He's a dwarf, so he's not going to outrun you. Steven, you look to the left where he was, and it was just like kind of a small little opening in. It's probably about 10 feet deep. That looks like it's more of like just kind of like maybe storage nook. There are some barrels there. There are some lanterns. There are some torches on the ground, mining equipment, things like that. So when he looked and saw that and just kept going, he's like, oh, clearly nothing there. He keeps going. And again, he's around the corner. Nigel, you see the corner coming up. Are you just still standing on his butt, or are you trying to be cautious?
No, I'm going to stay right on his ass.
Okay, cool. Steven, you look to the right, and you see another little area. It's a little deeper than the one that you just looked at to your left. It's maybe about 20 feet deep.
Okay.
A couple things in there, not necessarily a storage nook, but you see at the end of this, like 5 foot from the end of the wall, is another drop off from what you guys have been seeing.
All right.
I will say, as you're stopping to look around, Callista, Og, are you guys catching up to Steven, or are you still
I'll leave him
keeping your
behind. I'm going to continue forward, but
you're going to keep going after Nigel and Baylor?
correct, but at a little bit of a distance, so in case I have to
Okay,
focus.
cool. I'll say as he's stopping to look, that just gives you guys the time to like kind of catch up to him. So you three are kind of a little grouping, and then Baylor and Nigel are like, there's not a huge amount of distance. You guys are maybe like 15, 20 feet apart, but they have gone around the corner and you guys can't see them anymore. Okay.
Okay.
And I will say at this point, you hear Baylor say, "Where are you?" And fucking with his big booming voice, it echoes through.
It went to the left. We need to go up. There's a storage nook over here to the left, and it looks like there's another hole to the right. Baylor and Nigel went to the corner and took a left, and now we need to catch up. I don't want them to be alone for long.
Okay. I'll cut to Nigel and Baylor really quick. It's not going to be a huge amount of time. Nigel, you're right on his butt, and you hear Baylor like he's got his maul like in front of him, ready to go just in case anything. You hear him, "Where are you?" very loud. And as you go, you can kind of see around him a bit that there is just a straightaway, and then there is a curve to the right, an opening to the right.
Okay.
And he's just very quickly kind of going. Don't hear a response yet, but he comes to kind of the fork, and he looks for a second and looks to the right and just starts going down that way.
Is this all instinct, or do you think you actually know where you're going?
He just says, "Whoever's here, we need to find as quickly as possible," and just keeps moving down the tunnel.
Okay, instinct. All right.
So you can follow him, or you can move down this other stretch that he didn't go.
I'm just gonna keep following him, just so we don't lose him.
Okay.
Same, but at a distance.
Well, do we see them yet? That's the question. It's like have they
So
gone?
yeah,
to the
Baylor
right
Baylor
off
goes
the-
down this way. I would say you guys get around the corner. You hear Baylor shout out, "Steven, you're first." So you go around and you are, yeah, that's enough. You see Nigel at the front, and then you just see him turn to the right and go down this corridor.
Okay.
And as you guys go up, you can see that, yes, there is this area to the right, or you can go forward. At this point, everyone go ahead and perception check again.
Perception.
This die hates Baylor,
19.
which really fits for him because he's just like, "People in danger," and he's fucking going. All right, 18, 19,
15 for Og.
15, 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. This actually works pretty well because Steven and Callista are right next to each other. You guys hear same voice again, and it just says, "I can't see. I can't see." And it seems like it's coming from straight ahead.
I think Callista, they're going the wrong way. I think it's coming up from in front of us. Did you hear that?
I did. Can I pick up a rock, cast light, throw it down that direction just to see if it illuminates something?
Do a throw athletics. See how far this rock goes down.
Oh, I'm very athletic.
I know.
Oh, but I got a 16.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you take a rock, and from what you can see over the goblin's head,
Which is everything. 'Cause I'm
which
tall.
is everything. Yeah, it's the stretch that's in front of you, the tunnel that's in front of you, does open up to a larger space. You take a rock, you cast light on it, you throw it out, and it sails through and kind of lands. Let's see how far away is that? Okay, and 16 is pretty good. It lands a little bit further than the opening from the tunnel you're in into this big open area. So you can see that it does open into a larger space. And as you toss this, you hear a scream.
Oh fuck!
A
I'm running. I'm
You're
going.
running?
I can't handle it. I'm going, and I'm gonna
Okay.
yell as I'm running, like past the right. I'm yelling to Baylor and Nigel.
Mm-hmm.
The scream is over here. The scream is over here. You're going the
Okay.
wrong way.
Okay. All right. So Steven starts booking it.
As soon as I
You-
hear that, I run that way.
You turn around. Okay. All right. Baylor, you hear his clank, 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 and it stops, and you can tell he's coming back the other way. Steven, start running forward. The pretty much light gives like 30 foot, right? 30 foot,
30 foot,
or 20
yeah.
foot. Okay.
Radius.
So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. Steven, you run in. The whole space is pretty much illuminated. It's fairly large. It's about, I don't know, 50 foot wide, about like 40 foot deep. So it's a decent space. It's one of the, other than like when you guys first come in the cave and there's that big open area, this has been the biggest space, open space that you've seen since you've been in this mine, including the area that you fought all the worms.
Okay.
And you run in and you get about 5-10 foot into this room, and the first thing that you see is a human girl that's covering her eyes, shielding from this very bright light that just came in and seemingly blinded her from the darkness, and she is backing up trying to get away from it, and you see a hole directly behind her that she is moving towards.
I'm going to can I try to get to her and grab
You
her?
can. There's like a good 30 feet between you guys, so you can throw an athletics check to see if you make it there in time.
God, that's
You
my
should really
fucking
yell
one.
at her like
Oh,
stop
does that-
moving as well while you're
What's
doing
that?
it. Like Steven, you should probably yell at her.
Yeah,
while
I,
she's- to
We're
tell her to
friends.
stop.
I also have an like on D&D Beyond. I have a green A next to my athletics. Is that an advantage?
It's in different circumstances. You know, I think that's when you use your channel divinity.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm
I
not.
think you get advantage on your athletics checks.
Oh, don't we still have? Has it been a minute since Callista cast the?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
absolutely been a minute.
Oh yeah.
Oh well.
All right. I'm just gonna yell, stop moving, cover your eyes and stop moving. And oh shit. Well, I mean, I got a 14 because I got a plus
Okay.
7. That's a shit roll.
Okay. Oh, that was 14 with a +7? Oh, damn. Okay. You start running. You're just like, look, uncover your eyes, stop moving. And excuse me. She's like white nightgown is like backing away, and you say uncover your eyes, and the hands start going away, and you immediately recognize it as Elora.
What?
But she doesn't stop moving, and you're just going, and she and starts falling backwards down this hole.
Can I take grab the fucking rope of climbing and tell it to fucking turn into a lasso and fucking try and grab her around the fucking foot or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I have time to
I
do that?
will say, if you're trying to do this super fast, this is going to be like dexterity, potentially sleight of hand. No, maybe not sleight of hand. Just do straight up dex.
Oh, no
Because
bonus?
if you're trying to get it, just your regular dex bonus if you have one. Which I think +2, right?
I had a +2.
Yeah. So yeah, you notice and you
assist
see
with
the like she's starting to fall back,
Mm-hmm.
and you're reaching in your bag for your rope wherever your rope is, just trying to get to it and go through and yell at it to do it. So
Oh,
that's
come
what's happening.
on. Come on, fucker. Oh, dirty 20.
Cool. All right. So you get it out. Like you know it, in your mind know exactly where it is, and your hands just shoot out there, and you're going, and you whisper to this rope to fucking lasso up, and you get it, and she's still like she's almost fully like vertical or not vertical, horizontal, like going down this thing, and you're still running, and you toss it out, and she is starting to like break the plane and start falling down this thing now. And the rope goes, and it's just kind of like they're kind of parallel with each other for a second. And she starts falling, and the rope starts falling after her. And as it goes, and you hear another scream that is getting softer, you don't feel the rope go taut, but I assume you're still running, trying to like brace
Yeah.
for the hit. Okay. You do that, and you get to the edge of this thing, and you're looking down, and you're waiting for it to go through. You're looking down. The light from the pebble is not going down this thing, so you're just trying to focus on your dark vision between the bright light that's around you and then going through there. You don't see a body, and you know your rope is going down there, but again, you haven't felt like a tug or anything that's going through. And as you're at the end of this precipice, I guess, looking down, you're going to need to do a dex save as well.
Oh, shit. Saving throws. I gotta.
And I assume Callista and Og, you're still trying to be as close behind as possible.
I got a 17. And now, when I do a dex saving, like there's the box up here that says saving throws. That's the one I use for this.
Yes.
So I got a +3. That's a dirty 20 again.
Oh, damn.
I'm sweating right now.
Yeah. So you're sitting there, and you run up, and you're hoping and praying and waiting for this thing to catch with your magic ropes and lasso catcher. Get this thing.
Wait, can I close my eyes and say a prayer to Helm as I'm doing this to see for assistance?
No.
Damn it!
You're doing a lot,
I
and
know
while
I'm
this
doing
is
a lot.
going
I'm trying
on,
to save
like
somebody's
that,
life here, man.
so you're at the edge of this thing, and you're waiting for it and hoping, and you look down to see if there's anything there. And as you get to the edge, and you're hoping from praying for the thing, and you look down, you see a familiar hand fucking reaching up for you. And as it's coming up, it doesn't quite get a hold of you where it wants to, but it does get your wrist.
Oh shit. Okay.
So what appears to be just a appendage, a fist made out of stone, is grabbing onto your arm and slowly trying to pull you down this hole.
Okay.
Your rope is in the, like, you had your rope in both hands, so you still had, like, you're kind of holding it like this, waiting for it, and something just comes up and kind of barely gets around your wrist.
I'm gonna yell back for some backup. A little help here, please.
Okay, go ahead and give me a contested strength.
Oh shit.
That's your shit, man.
It is. It's usually I've probably wasted all my good rolls. Yep.
Okay, well, oh no.
Can I reach over and give him bless?
9?
Yeah. 9.
Well, I'll tell you this. Hang on. This has done shit for Baylor, so I'm going to get a different one.
Am I in the room?
No, you're not in there yet. The only two that would be able to do anything are Callista and Og. All right, here we go. Let's see. Okay. So this thing grabs you, and you go, and you try to pull back, and it just like fucking, and it starts pulling you forward down towards this hole.
Shit.
Grab his goblin chest piece and tug on the back of him.
Yeah, Og's going to try to grab Steven as soon as he's close enough to.
Og should
Okay.
do it, for sure.
Okay. Og, you see him at the edge of this thing, and you just hear, and he starts to go forward, and you, well, let's see. There was a decent amount of space between you guys. I'll just say you get him. You get him around the, do a dex check to see how well you get a hold of him as he's falling forward.
Dex or athletics? Because death.
Dex.
Okay.
And Callista, what did you say you were gonna do?
Grab his little chest piece on the back and tug him. Hold
So
him.
you're trying to grab him too. Then you do me a dex check as well.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Og got a 4.
And Og got a 4. Okay.
So, well, on the plus side, That wouldn't that wouldn't have been that much better if I'd rolled it for athletics.
Motherfucking 11.
11.
Oh
Okay.
no, we're just fucking.
So
Hi.
Callista is going for the chest piece of this goblin. I'll say, Callista, you get one of like the leather straps that kind of holds his. It's not plate armor. It's splint. That's right. You get one of the leather straps that's like holding the pieces together, and you got a decent grip on that. Og, you try to like grab him where it needs to go, but your fingers just kind of like are slipping on him. So as
Peanut
opposed
butter
to like getting a firm grip, like what was what?
Peanut butter hands.
I've had a running joke whenever Og like screws up a hit on something or like
Oh, yeah.
screws up a check that he's got peanut butter on his fingers still.
Well, that's probably it. You try to like get a hold of like around his like neck, and it just like kind of just kind of goes down. So you're like praying for like your finger grip on just his armor. Like you've got like enough pressure to be like, I feel him. Callista, you've got more of a firm hold on a piece of him. He is being pulled down this thing. So while this is happening, Steven, you're looking down. You don't see Elora.
I think she was made of rock.
You don't see her.
Yeah, I think that was a
Your rope
image.
is still going down this tunnel.
Yeah.
You just don't see how far down it's going. And that's mainly due to there's a bright light around you where you are right now, and you're trying to squint into this darkness, and there's like that, parallel between the two. Really bright and really dark. So your dark vision's like confused and trying to like figure out what to focus on. So you can see it going down. You don't know how far it's going down. I think the length of rope is like 50 feet.
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay.
Let me double
Okay.
check.
Okay. So
60-foot length.
okay, cool. So you guys feel him like trying to be pulled down into this. I will say here's what we can do. Someone can get advantage on a strength check, or you can all roll together and see who comes out on top. So I'm going to roll, and then you guys can decide we're all going to roll individually, fuck you, or we can give someone advantage to roll.
I would like to give advantage to someone because I am not strong.
I
I suck at the strong
I have a
rope.
+4 to strength, so it's in me or Og. I don't know what you got, Og.
I have a
I've
plus
got,
one.
I've got +4.
I'm not even in there.
So
I would say maybe let's give advantage to Og just because I've actually like
He's not
Steven's-
You don't
over
have the
Steven's
leverage.
here, he's holding a rope. He's doing more things. So let's
Okay.
give it to
Yeah.
the-
Okay. All right. Okay.
And
So
can I bless Og too?
no.
Og is going to go into
Your
a
ha-
rage to get
You're raging?
to get well, okay, so will I get an extra advantage if I go into
No,
a
you don't
rage
get
on a
double
strength check?
advantage.
Oh.
You won't get double advantage. The
Okay,
only
so-
way that I'll let you roll again to say, oh, those were bad, is if you burn your inspiration, which you guys do have.
Oh yeah.
So that would be the only thing. I'm going to go ahead and roll mine.
If I'm gonna get advantage from Callista, I'll hold off on the rage then until I
Okay.
get it.
Okay.
So, okay, I will. Let's see. Roll
Oh,
1
look.
is 15. Roll 2 is 6. So I think we're gonna go with the 15.
Okay.
15?
All right.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Should I burn my inspiration to try to get a better?
I mean,
15's not bad, man. I don't know.
I
It's
feel
one of
like
those tweeners.
the reaction that I saw was, I feel like maybe.
Because the eyebrows
Yeah.
went up? Oh,
The
they go up
eyebrows
all the
went up.
time, girl.
His eyebrows are always fucking moving.
I'm gonna burn.
No,
the
but they went up in a
inspiration.
very
Caterpillars are
suggestive
fucking-
way.
So, okay, so inspiration gives me 2 more rolls.
One more.
One more.
That gives you one more. Yeah, if you want to try to beat your
Okay.
15,
18. Here we go.
18 total?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You guys are holding on, trying to like, oh, dude, what's happening? What's going on? You didn't see what he saw. You just saw Steven start to go forward toward this thing. as you guys, Callista, you got your grip on him. You're trying to pull Og. You're trying to will your fingers like to be a part of his
Into
armor.
the armor.
Exactly. We're gonna meld into this, and we're gonna go. And Steven, you're just like sitting there, like waiting, and pulling, and you just keep going forward.
Oh,
And Og and Callista, your feet are starting to like scoot along this thing, and you're going
No.
with him.
Have we still not gotten into the room?
I will say that at this point, Nigel, you make it in first. Baylor is right behind you, but you're right at the like opening of this tunnel. You guys are, let's see, you guys are about 25 feet away. So
As this is
Nigel, you
happening-
run in, and you just see 3 of your party members at the edge of this room, like trying to pull, and then just starting to get pulled towards
I'm gonna go
the
grab him.
corner. You're gonna go grab them.
I'm gonna go grab him.
Okay.
Well, I was just gonna say, I'm seeing this. This is the second time we've been like, I got pulled down, then we all got starting to get pulled down, and I'm kind of sitting there going, don't sacrifice yourselves for me. Just if this is not working, just let me go.
Yeah, I'm grabbing Og and Callista.
This is a cartoon chain. Is it possible to,
Yeah, we're gonna need to roll, Nathan.
like, can I cast a damaging spell at these hands?
Your hands are firmly on Nigel. So if you're going to cast a spell, you're going to have to let go to have the somatic aspect to it.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
Steven, not Nigel.
Oh, wait, I like this idea. I'm
sorry.
Okay, I like this idea. I like where your head's at, Callista. I'm actually going to lean, like, I'm going to look my head over. If I look down, I'm going to see their, like, hands on Steven, right?
Maybe.
Okay, let me.
Well, hang on. What are you trying to do? Tell me
I
that.
want to be able to see if I can actually put my eyes on those hands, and if I can put my eyes on those hands, I'm going to shoot them with a fucking bow and arrow.
Okay.
You know that they're stone, right?
So
Don't you have some nice spell scrolls that you could use?
no. This is more. The bow's more powerful than any spell I have.
Okay. I will say this. Nigel starts waddle running towards these guys. There's 25 feet between you guys. As you're going, you guys, Steven, you keep getting pulled. All of you guys are close to like going over this thing.
You guys are
So
gonna fall.
Help!
Here's the choice. Do all 3 of you, or do you guys hold on to Steven? Because he's like starting to like almost go down. This thing is like pulling him down.
I'm going to attack the thing.
Do you hold on? You're not there yet. Do you hold on to Steven as he is falling down, or do you let him go?
Callista would let him go because she's a little self-centered, but she'll back up and do some other stuff. I'm not very strong. I can't help this way anyway.
Just keep holding on. Let me shoot it.
Because I'm asking because there are options in my head. So,
Og's gonna keep
Callista,
holding
you would
on.
let go.
I'm gonna let go.
Okay.
Just to
Og,
get the
what would you
Let
do?
go with Og still holding on?
Og still
She
holding
already
on?
said.
Just let go. Just let go. Let me go.
Okay.
It could be fine. Let me go. Who knows?
Stop.
Could be.
If not, I'll see you in another life. Just let me go.
Hog's not letting go.
Of course he's not.
Okay.
Big dumb oaf. Let me go.
I'll say
Mean.
that. I'm sorry, guys. I rolled like a 22. This is my fault. When you got.
This is good. I like it. Let's go.
Steven's like, let me go. You guys are fine. You save yourselves. And Callista just says,
happening?
okay, and let's go. And as that happens, Og, you're still like trying to like get your fingernails into it, and you're still going forward like with just enough like finger grip strength, holding on to Steven. And as he falls like forward down into this thing, you are just off balance enough to where you're going to go over as well.
Okay.
So Og and Steven start to fall down this unknown hole.
Oh fuck.
Are there, before I move on to anything else, are there any other ideas or
I wanted to
potential?
attack whatever was pulling them in.
No.
I have a rope in my adventurer's pack. I'm gonna throw it to him. Throw it down to him.
I don't think there's gonna be enough time for that. When you let go and you back up, if you're trying to get a rope, they're already falling. The options for something to do is going to be for either Steven or for Og. Oh, Callista's excited.
Oh, please. Okay.
I'm going to-
Tell me.
What if? Okay, so I back up and I'm still at the edge of the hole, and I'm gonna cast web and stick them to the side of the wall of the hole. Stick them to the side.
Just cast
Hold
like a
that thought. Hold that thought, Steven. What were you gonna say?
Well, have I felt anything rope wise? Obviously, there's a hand on me.
Yeah.
Have I felt anything from the other one with the rope?
I'll say this: as you are like fully off balance and you guys are now like almost in free fall, it just starts to like loosen its grip because the job is done.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep. I'm gonna.
Okay. And do you feel anything on the other end of the rope?
Yeah.
Perception, because lots happening if
Yeah.
you're focusing on the rope.
Well, because that's the thing is like.
Yeah.
I've got a magic
Yeah.
rope that I could. 17.
You don't. No, there's nothing that's like.
Okay, then I'm gonna whisper to that rope to go back up. And is there like? Do I see with my? Well, I suppose that I kind of do another perception to see if I see like a rock jutting out that I can have the rope attached to. No.
You're feeling on this thing, and once you feel like there's nothing there, you can shout something out, but you don't know what's
I
behind
don't
you.
even know what the hell to say. Like I wanted to go back the other way and like do like a arm here and Og's holding on to me, so like grab onto Og and pull him.
Og's kind of holding on to you.
Well,
Oh,
I would reach back, so I do like a one arm here with the rope as it's up attaching to something.
What do you say to the rope?
Rope, get your fucking ass upstairs and fucking attach to something sturdy. Or
Okay.
something.
Okay.
Attach sturdy.
Okay. All right. Trying to think.
So
Okay.
we have webcast against the side of the.
I'll go through it. So you guys start to fall. Callista lets go and backs up. What do I do? What do I do? And you hear Nigel from back down going. And Nigel, as you're running, waddling up, and as Baylor is running up, you're going. Nigel, I assume you're going to the left of them.
Yeah.
I'll say Baylor is going to the right of them. And as you guys get up there on the sides, Nigel, you see this. Baylor sees it, and Callista, I'll say go ahead and you see it too. As they're going down, you're like, oh, what do we do? What do we do? You see a little snail end of a rope come up from the other side from Steven's body, and it wraps around Baylor's ankle.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Reach out and grab
So,
backwards.
as you guys are falling, Steven, you feel a little bit of a, you're like, oh, we're saved. Hang on. Calm yourselves. We're going to see what happens here. Not yet. No. The time for blessing is over. You said you wanted to look for your rope, so I'm going to say you're looking for a rope or just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Okay. That's good. Okay, here we go. Steven, you're like 3 foot.
Yes. Well, yeah, 3'8", I think.
Okay.
I have.
Og, how big are you? What's your weight?
6.5 feet.
Oh.
Wait.
Og's probably like 250, 300 pounds then.
I think it's like 250 or 260.
250. Steven's like,
Wait a minute. I have a. Do I have like a bonus action kind of thing? If I was in thing, I have a
your bonus action was talking to your rope.
peerless athlete.
Nope, this isn't on you, buddy. I'm rolling the dice into my hand. We're gonna see what's gonna happen.
All right.
Okay.
I kind of want to fall down the hole.
Well, I mean,
See what
we'll find out what happens. This other end of the rope comes up and snakes around Baylor's ankle, and he goes, "What is the?" And your combined weight pull on him, and he just goes onto his back. And so Baylor is trying to hold on to the ground as he's now being pulled down.
So as I feel it, like
as well.
As I feel it.
Yeah, you guys feel, and you've stopped like moving
and
now.
then we start to go again. As we start to slide again, I'm gonna look at Og and say, Og, I think this is it. I think it's time. I think I'm gonna let go. Do you want to grab the rope, or are you coming with me?
I'm gonna go grab Baylor and start.
Well, I was gonna grab
Grabbing
Baylor
him.
and jam my dagger into the ground.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, you start. Yeah, you guys with the added weight and the resistance, you start slowing the descent, but with the 350 pounds combined of these guys that are pulling down the very light loaded
momentum took 'em,
tiefling and the small dwarf and the 2.5 pound penguin or 2.5 foot penguin, it's not quite evening out, and you guys are slowly just like, it's slow.
I drink the polymorph
Cast
potion.
web
Cast web where?
on us, on this dog pile up top. One of us is bound to stick.
Yeah, I was gonna say Baylor might be your best bet.
No, it's a 20-foot cube. So
Yeah,
I don't
I
get to
also
pick.
just drank a polymorph potion.
What? Okay.
So let's see
What
I
are you
turned
trying to
into.
polymorph into here,
No,
buddy?
let's see what I turned into. I turned into a giant orca.
Oh, good.
Oh my
So
god.
you're a whale.
Yeah,
For how long?
Like a full-size whale.
yeah, full-size whale.
For how long?
I think
Steven, I
30
think we might be
minutes?
the safest ones right now.
Okay. Good thing you're a fucking air-breathing mammal.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys you're just going there down, and Baylor's like, what are we? I don't know. What is going? And then Steven just says, I got this, y'all. And pops the, wait a second. Hang on. Whoa. Hang on.
What?
Wait a second. Yeah, Nigel. All your shit's in your hat. You're telling me you have a dagger out dragging the ground and you're able to like get your hat off and like weasel through. You know what? Here we go. I'll let you roll for it with disadvantage.
Okay.
If you can find this fucking thing in your hat, you can do it. Sleight of hand disadvantage.
What am I rolling?
Sleight of hand. I know it's your big one.
Oh, okay. So that was a natural 20, so that's 31.
Well, disadvantage, so it's not going to be that.
17 plus 11. So
Okay, you're a giant orca. All right, yeah, you somehow are like, hat, give me the thing. And I'll say as you're digging through and praying to your hat to give me this potion, you hear it just say, of course. And you get it in your hand and you pop the cork and throw it back. And all of a sudden, Callista, to your amazement, and especially Baylor's, the tiny dwarf, there's now this giant whale on top of him. Steven and Og, you guys just, you come to a stop. And you're holding, Steven is holding onto the rope. Og, you're trying desperately to hold on to Steven's armor. So give me another athletics to see if how well your grip strength is.
Og's gonna go ahead and pop.
You're still raging though, right?
I hadn't done it yet because I was holding off.
That's right. Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna pop a rage now.
Go for it.
So athletics check.
When the possibility of death.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, athletics is my good one. So excellent. So 16 plus 7. So
Okay, cool.
23.
So your fingers start to like lose their grip on just his scale, and as it goes down and it's finally falling through, you find like a piece of belt or something, and like you're able to reach onto that. So now, Steven, you're holding onto this rope, but now you have, 250, 300 pounds on you.
Mhm.
So you're able to hold him for a minute. So you guys are stopped. What do you want to try to do? This is not how I thought tonight was going to go, by the way, but I love it. Thank everyone for their roles and their ideas or lack thereof. I love it.
Thank D&D Beyond for their terrible, terrible roles tonight.
I'm going to channel divinity.
Okay.
Crazy
So you
or
get
very
advantage on your athletics checks, right?
Yep. Gives me a peerless. As a bonus action, begin the following for 10 minutes. Advantage on athletics. And
We're going to be here for 10 minutes, y'all.
the amount you can carry.
We're gonna be here for 30
drag,
minutes
and
at
lift
least, so I can turn back into a penguin.
I'm sorry, the amount you can carry is what? Is doubled?
is doubled.
Okay.
And the distance of your long and high jumps is increased by 10 feet.
Well, thank God for that.
Because I'll need that already. All right.
Okay.
So I did that.
Okay.
And then try to start climbing back up the rope.
Pulling Og with you?
Yeah.
Okay. You do your athletics. I'm going to do a constitution save for Baylor because he's got a fucking whale on him now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And we'll see how well this goes.
Baylor's having a rough day.
All right, here we go.
Happen.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
I need some dice. Come here.
24.
24? Okay, that's good. All right. You close your eyes, you're gonna help me, and you feel just emboldened, and you feel your muscles flex, and Helm is with you, and you just start pulling up. I'll say you guys are. I'll say you're like 20 feet down this tunnel.
Okay.
From the top. You start pulling up. Nigel, you feel Baylor wriggling underneath your now gigantic fucking body, going through, and you just like you hear like murmur, just like, and Baylor, he's gonna take some damage because dwarves. Dwarves are small, right? They're like maybe 4 foot, and now there's a giant whale on him. So he's 100% covered, maybe suffocating. You don't know. I know. Steven, roll me a D10.
Oh, shit.
Not for damage, this is something else, just to see how things go.
8.
You are able to like just with your thing, you're just like mowing, you're going to town, and you get up like almost halfway up this rope. And Callista, if you have any ideas, you're welcome to chime in as well. As this is happening, what should I do? Let's do this. As this is happening, all right, here we go. Really? That's mean. I'm not going to do that. Okay. That's too much with where they're in right now. Okay. Steven, you feel just kind of at your legs and at your torso, just kind of like something trying to grab a hold of you.
Fuck. Okay.
Don't do it. You know what? I'm gonna be a little mean. Not super. I'm gonna be a little mean.
Whatever. Go for
it. It still doesn't get you. So you feel something trying to just like from where you are, you guys are like along the edge of this thing, right? And you just feel like on your body and your legs, something just like trying to grab you and pull you back down. Nothing gets a hold of you though. The peanut butter on his armor? Exactly. Yes. That's exactly it. Yeah, so let's see. Let's say that's one round of things happening, unless Callista, you have any other ideas?
I'm just gonna see how this plays out.
I'm just gonna stand back and eat my popcorn.
I was gonna web us all, but now I'm looking at this fucking whale and I'm wondering, how big is this room? And how much of the room is the whale taking up?
The whale.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic idea, and I have the monster manual in
How
front of
big
me.
are orca whales?
You know, Callista,
Like,
that's a
is Nigel
fucking
crushing
Like, I'm wondering if
wonderful
I press
idea.
The wall of this thing against
Yeah,
the
no,
whale
absolutely.
blubber.
Let me look.
Let's just cause a
Giant
cave-in.
seahorse, giant
How much does an
octopus.
orca whale?
Why does this not? It doesn't say giant orca.
I'm just a killer whale.
Oh wait, I just killer whale. I got it.
Christ, how big is it?
You're a huge beast.
Oh fuck.
It weighs 8,000 to 12,000 pounds.
Shh, there are tunnels under us.
I think Baylor might be crushed.
I mean, his first roll wasn't good.
He's got armor on.
But is there even?
You're
is there even a
suffocating
hole
him.
to climb up out of? Or is
Armor
this
doesn't
whale
do shit if
covering
you
the
can't
hole with the
breathe.
lid?
Says these ferocious creatures are 30 feet long.
To be
20
honest,
to,
I was going
like
for
20 to 30
octopus.
feet. That's but
You
yeah.
so the whale. Let me see how big I made this room. Hang on. You're right here.
There's a
I
little
was
I
trying
kind of
hole,
like the
isn't
idea
there?
that we just collapse the mine and it just crashes into the next level.
Let me get the third level map. Hang on. Let me see if I.
Like
You
people
see it,
in
like-
town just hear this crash and like the cliff starts coming down.
me and you go like it's like this, and then
Oh,
we end
shit.
up and over and down.
Oh, what?
It ends up like me and Steven are actually safer in the hole.
I'm just wondering if there's a hole to climb out of, or is this just whale blubber on the ceiling of the hole?
The whale's not
Aw,
it's the size
okay.
of a car.
Oh my god. All right. Oh god. All right. I'm gonna do. This is okay. What should the difficulty of this be? It's no. No. That's no.
Give me
Should I? Should I? Mm,
11. Go for it.
Not
we're,
you.
We're all at decently good health right now.
That's what I'm saying.
I
That's
know.
it.
I'm
We're
also.
gonna
I'm
do
sitting here
about
going.
50%, Go for it.
If
I'm
we're
sitting here
gonna
going
do
like,
Stevens,
should
isn't
this
a
thing
bad vibe.
collapse? And like, because there's 50 feet of stone between you guys, and yeah, there's a big whale.
There's
But like, is it?
8,000 pounds on
You can't like dismiss this thing, can you? You're just a whale for 30 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know how a polymorph potion works. I don't know
I'm
if
pretty sure you're a whale for 30 minutes. Okay.
Goodness.
All right. Let me get back on track. What I was doing.
How many pounds of force is that?
Don't put physics into this. How dare you? Why are you?
I like how I
Um.
have the science question.
okay.
I have the sciencey
Okay.
lazy-
We're gonna do this. Since we're all into this thing now, Nigel's just laying there, so you don't have to do anything. Steven, you feel
Does he
this
have room
stuff?
to even like try to roll off a Baylor?
No. I just looked at it.
He
And
doesn't
that's
feel
a
him. It's
no.
absorbed into
That
his
is a no. And actually, let me check some stuff on Baylor while this is happening too. Fucking-
You're gonna kill
oh
Baylor.
wait, guys, I got it. Hang on.
Kill Baylor trying to save me and Hog.
It's a great idea. Hang
I
on.
was trying to turn it into
Um,
an octopus so I'd have little suction cups to put down for a little more traction. And then
Never
it
mind the fucking horrible thing that could happen.
The verse of the Hitchhiker's Guide
It
where
was
the
like a
whale is falling.
swordfish, a crab.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
with
Like
the
the-
whale and
Um,
the potted plant.
Yes, it's
The
somebody
whale
that's the
just keeps
reverse.
thinking
Like,
about,
if I
like,
could
Okay.
do a whale.
Okay.
What's that thing
Okay.
down there I'm rushing towards?
Okay.
I wonder if I think I'll
Maybe
call
be
it ground.
friends.
I wonder
Oh.
if it'll be my friend.
Yes.
Okay.
I love how the potted plant just thinks, "Here we go again."
I'm good. All right. Here's. Oh God, this could be
great.
so wonderful. Okay, Steven,
Is this
give
our
me
pyramid
another.
moment?
Do what?
Is this our pyramid moment?
No,
Yeah.
no. I mean, I would say it's real fucking close, but it's really there. Steven, give me another athletics. I'm gonna get Baylor another Constitution. See how he does.
Climb faster.
Yes, I got a 16.
Okay. Roll another 10.
That's not
Get a 10. Get the fuck out.
Okay.
2. 2.
Okay, you get up in the 2 feet. So you've got 9 feet to go ahead of you, and Og, you're still Og. See if you can hold on.
Okay,
You
athletics
you
check.
throw a strength check on me. I'm
Why
gonna do
can't
for
you
Baylor.
Oh, they're the same, actually. Never mind.
Oh, Baylor. Ah.
12, not great.
Okay.
Not great.
You slip from his waist to his knee.
Is there some,
So you
is there a rope? Like, is he curling the rope up with him or just climbing up it?
he's just climbing up it.
Yeah, grab the rope.
Okay,
It's
Og's just gonna,
looped. So one end is looped onto Baylor's ankle, and the other end is just going down the hole.
okay, yeah,
Well,
Og's gonna just try to grab onto the
end of
rope.
it though.
Hmm?
No, it's just a rope. Just grab the
So
rope.
you took it and said
I
lasso
threw it.
and threw it, and that went down and followed
Right. So I
Ballora.
would have one end.
And you still had it. You had it in both of your hands, and as you got pulled, like one hand, because one hand got pulled down, and you still had it in the other hand. So you like held on to it as the other end went up, and now you're just like trying to like hand over hand go
Right.
up. So Og, you are still held on to Steven
Okay,
by his
if,
by his ankle, by his shin.
if there was rope I could grab onto, I would grab it, but
I mean, there's rope rolling down this hole. So you want to transition from Steven to the rope?
yes.
Can I use a bonus action to talk to the rope and tell it to not? So that
Yeah.
give us some footholds.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'll do that.
I will say yes. Og, if you want to transition, that's going to be a little bit of a tricky, that's going to be more dex based than strength based. So you're going to do that's not going to do either way. Acrobatics. See if you can let go and grab onto the other thing here.
Why
I mean, I've
wouldn't you
got
just
2
use one hand
hands.
to-
Like, I would.
Yeah,
like,
but as
make a
Steven's
flying
going up,
leap
it's kind of
from
like
Steven
rolling
to the
around
rope
and
if I
moving
didn't
and,
have
and
to.
shit like that, and it's trying to knot itself.
So I have to let go of him with both my hands to grab.
No, you can
onto
hold
the
on with
rope.
one and just grab for the other one, but it's still going to be
Okay.
like coordination trying to get something that's moving. You don't know what my DC is. You may kill it. Or I may kill you.
Eh, I'll give it a shot. I don't like my odds just hanging off of Steven. So you said acrobatics.
Yeah.
Thank God, finally rolled decent. 18.
Okay, yeah, you grab onto that shit. So you, Steven, you feel a load lifted off of you, and Og, you're holding onto the other end of this thing. So when Steven was climbing, you were being pulled with him because you were on him. Now you're gonna have to pull yourself up.
Yeah, that's
So okay, let's see. Baylor still's not doing wonderful. You still and Nigel, you feel like little like boom, 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 kind of up against your underbelly,
Is
like
there any-
movement
can I-
trying to get
any,
around.
like, movement? Or am I like
I mean, you can't. You're in this space, and you can't really do a whole lot.
can I still speak, or is it going to come out as orca?
Probably come out as orca.
Okay, all right. So I'm just going to make some
It's not far off from what you normally talk.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
You have to, yeah, you just have to speak like Dory.
Baylor.
With the rope.
Fuck. 100% how I did not think tonight was going to go. Okay, so let's say that's right, that's round number 2. One more, and I'm 100% doing something else while this is going to go on. So Steven and Og, do your athletics. Try to come up. Steven will see. Okay, that's a nah. And no. Okay. You're feeling like clawing at you, Steven, as you're going up. You
Yes.
still like on your whole body.
26.
Would you get Steve? 19. Okay. Steven, roll a 10. Og, roll a 10.
8.
So that was Steven, I will say you are far enough up that where you're not like all the way to the edge, like where your like your face can go over, but you've got enough to where like you can get your hands firmly on the edge of this. Og, you said what? 7?
7.
You're right there on the rope too, getting close to the end. You can't quite like reach up and get the top, but you're just about there. So Steven, you can let go of the rope and just have your hands on the side. As this happens, Steven, you're there. Og, you're almost there. Nigel, you feel a vibration in your gut, and you just hear, and all of a sudden, Nigel goes from a very large whale back to Nigel.
Huh?
And as that happens, the penguin goes back on top of Baylor, and they start to skid towards the end again. I'm going to pause yourselves. One more thing coming up. We'll see how it goes. So, Callista, you're watching this. Essentially, Baylor cast Dispel Magic.
Yeah.
So that because he was being suffocated every single round. And you see this happening, Callista, you're just back. You probably got thrown to the wall because of the girth of this fucking whale. So you couldn't really see a whole lot what's going on. All of a sudden, there's no whale in front of you, and you see Nigel on top of Baylor with a rope around his foot, and they just start skidding again.
Motherfucking web.
Baylor is going to keep skidding towards the end of this.
Web.
Web? What are you webbing?
Web. I'm casting them both. I'm casting both Baylor and Nigel, and one of them's gonna goddamn stick. This will also catch the rope too, so the rope should make the same saving throw, which is a dex saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and then if I'm gonna throw, can I do anything?
No.
Okay.
You just went from a whale to a fucking penguin.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on.
Nigel's having a rough day.
Well, Baylor failed, so he's going to get stuck. I don't even say it's a saving throw because they're not trying to avoid it. You throw it out, and it hits them. And Og, you start to feel just like a, Og, fall, and then just,
Yes.
and you feel it again. So they're webbed there. This is good for what, a minute?
This is good for an hour.
An
For concentration.
hour.
Yes.
Fuck. Okay.
Ain't nobody gonna have to fall now.
Okay. So Steven, you're on the edge of this thing. Yeah, I'll say that the web is. Does it say like how much the web can hold or anything?
Fills a 20-foot cube. Webs are difficult to anchored between solid masses. It doesn't have anything about a weight. A creature restrained by the webs can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC.
Okay. I want to say, let's see how potent these webs are. Like, go throw me an Arcana,
All right.
and we'll see how hard these are going to stick, or how much time. More so, how much time these guys have. Oh
18?
shit!
18.
Oh, 18. Okay, I heard the and I was like, oh no.
It's over 15, so I'm happy.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, yeah, these are firmly in place for the time being. So yeah, everything I said, argument, and then you stopped. You went down, let's say, like 4 feet. Steven, you saw the rope kind of and then stop. You're still standing right there. So Steven, you can throw an athletics to see if you can pull yourself up. You have advantage on these still. Og, you go ahead and do the same thing. Oh no.
Christ.
You fucking
I'm so glad I have advantage. I had a 1 and a 4. So
Okay.
I have a 10.
So,
For-
21.
21. Okay. Og, roll another 10. See how far up you get up this rope. Steven, I was gonna say 10 since you're right there. So yeah, you managed to pull yourselves up.
Woo-hoo.
Rolled a 5.
Okay. Holy shit. Okay. 5. Okay, so you get 5 feet more up. As Steven gets over the edge and Og, you're pulling yourself up. Og, you feel something grab a hold of your ankle and is trying to hold you in place and pull you back down. So Steven, you're over the edge. You're up. You pull yourself up to see Nigel laying on Baylor's stomach, and they're both webbed to the end of this of just the bottom of this cave floor, and Callista is all the way on the other end with her hands up as she just fucking webbed this thing. And you turn around and look down, and Og is still probably about 4 to 6 feet down, and he's pulling himself up, and he's just kind of kicking his leg, trying to lease something off of him.
Okay, I'm gonna grab back onto the rope and try and pull him closer.
Okay, cool. Let's do then strength check for Og and Steven. I'll do one for me. We'll see how things go.
Ooh, here we go. 19.
Okay.
Okay, 18 for me.
Thank God.
No.
I feel like
Don't
you just rolled a
fucking-
nat 20.
Don't fucking laugh like that, you
What?
son of a bitch. Oh no!
No, no.
No!
Oh.
Shit!
So, Og, you're trying as best you can, and you just start like the rope and everything, just like, and you go down another 3 foot,
Wait, so that he's getting pulled
I'm gonna
down.
like.
getting pulled down.
So Og's gonna like knot the rope around his wrist
Okay.
when he starts falling a bit.
Okay. Gets pulled down. Okay.
To
Cool.
try to make sure he's got a better grip on the rope.
Okay, okay.
Breaks Og's wrist and he falls and dies.
There's handholds every.
Yeah. No, yeah. It got knotted, and it was doing that,
One
and it
foot-
wasn't.
one
It wasn't
foot
quite like a
interval.
full like on knot. It was more like it just kind of like bunched itself up because it was
Right.
fully drawn out. There's no way for it to knot itself.
It says, while knotted, it shortens to a 50-foot length and grants advantage on checks to
That's fine.
climb it.
I'll just say it went from the other end because it was going down there. All right. So, Nigel, you can't do anything. Baylor can't do anything. Callista, is there anything you want to do? You see Nigel get himself up, turn around, grab the rope, and start pulling, and kind of do that to where he's like really straining.
Go help him with my weak ass little arms.
You're gonna grab the rope too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, everyone, let's do it again. Let's see if I get it. We're doing strength checks here, baby.
Can I bless people before I do that? Real fast?
You've got the rope already, and we're pulling.
Right.
We're rolling.
Let's be
Og rolled
strong.
a 12.
Uh-oh.
13.
18.
Nigel.
You've got 20 again.
You son of a bitch! God damn it!
See how far down Og goes again. I'm gonna do one more thing too. Okay, 3 feet. That's not bad. You're slowly just like.
Is the rope taking damage to this?
That's exactly what I was gonna do next. Thank you. You had the exact same idea as me. So the rope, its AC is 20, right? And its HP is 20.
It's only got 20 HP.
Okay, it's getting stretched. Like it's getting just like. So I'm basically gonna attack the rope and see if it takes any damage. Nigel hates it.
Shouldn't the
All right, here
rope
we go.
also be webbed to the ground?
No, it's
It's around Baylor's ankle, so not so much.
But it's a 20-foot cube, and it's a big old.
Yeah, but
I sprayed the
it's
damn
being
room.
stretched is what it is. Not the whole
Right.
rope isn't.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
the
it's
webbing.
not getting stretched.
It's okay. Look what that was.
Okay.
So it's okay. So the rope's fine. The rope's fine. The rope's never been better.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to see if I get three 20s in a row?
Yes.
Yeah,
All right,
let's
here we
see
go.
what happens.
So Og, let's see. Og was 6 foot down, and then he got 3, so he's 9 foot down, and then one more, which is I think another 4. So you're like 12 foot down, 13 foot down.
Okay.
Slowly getting dragged.
Ugh. We're doing more strength checks.
Yes. We'll do one more, and then we'll see how things go.
Now can I bless you?
24.
I knew that time.
You're still on the rope, girl.
Damn, I still gonna try.
Got a good one this time.
Okay.
Fucking 2.
Oh, 16.
16.
I got 24.
2. Yes. Okay.
no third natural 20.
No. I mean, it was a good one. It was still a good one. So Og, as this is going down, you're just like you're still like angry and filled with your rage, and you're like kicking your foot. And as that's all is going on, you are just like struggling, and you kick, and you get your foot free. And as that goes, Steven, what was yours?
16.
16. You feel something like give, and you take the time and just start pulling as best as you can. Og, as that lets loose, you're able to climb some more. So Og, do a 10. Steven, you do a 6. It's not going to be as much since you're trying to like pull the majority of it up.
I'm going to do that one.
Okay, 7.
4.
7. 4. 11. All right. Og, you're 2 foot from the top of this thing. So if you want, you're able to like reach up with one hand and grab the corner. Or you can hang onto the rope with both hands.
I'll reach up with one hand. Keep the other hand
Okay.
on the leg.
All right, I'll do this one more time. As you reach up and grab it, you feel something going at your waist, trying to grab you and hold you and pull you down. I'm sorry, I'm rolling so well.
I don't think you are.
It takes the drama up just way up here.
I'm gonna. Can I let go of the rope and reach? You said you're holding on with one hand.
He's holding on with one hand. He's got the rope with the other hand. He's trying to pull himself up. And yeah, Og, you feel something reach around your waist.
Can I like basically like lay down on the edge and reach my hand down and help pull him up?
Yes. So, well, here's a fun one. We'll have both of you guys roll for your strength. We'll take the average of your roll and we'll go against mine. And you guys can still have advantage because you have your channel divinity. All this stuff is still good.
Good.
And if I still succeed, then this is just the night for me. And there's nothing you can do, and I may just kill you because it's drawing out so long now.
Oh, 24.
Let's see. 18.
See? Just wait. Hang on. It's a 2.
It's a 2. Okay.
It's a 2. You reach down and you're pulling, you're going through, and Og, you just feel this thing just like slowly like let loose, and through both of your powers combined, you get pulled up over the side.
Finally,
and you are there.
My body actually worked to my advantage for once.
Exactly, yeah. So you guys are up out of this damn hole.
No, my
Callista, you're hanging onto the rope. Nigel and Baylor are on the floor, webbed, and just laying there. They couldn't really do anything.
You missed it, guys. I turned into a whale.
Is that
Baylor
what
says,
stopped us?
"I know.
Yeah, it wasn't. I was trying to turn into an octopus. Tentacle.
You failed."
Yeah, it wasn't great, but it got the job done.
I would
It
have
I'll just lay down.
Jesus
if you-
Christ. Did you?
Can Og
I'm
just lay
gonna
down?
grab
Like,
the
is
rope
the webbing
quick.
still sticky? Can Og just lay down in it for a few minutes?
Oh, they can't move. They're webbed to this fucking like floor.
Yeah.
Like they're
Og
not going
sees
anywhere.
that and's like, that looks good, and just lays down in the webbing. The rhythm catches breath.
I'm gonna tell the rope to come back to return.
Og
Okay.
not going anywhere
All right.
for a little bit.
All right. Cool. All right. Yeah, your rope comes up, loops around you. You got it, and now you have 2 party members webbed to the floor with Og laying down in the webbing.
So,
Is
short
everyone out of the
rest.
hole?
We're gonna stay here for an hour now. We didn't want to stay over there for 10 minutes, so we'll hang out here for an hour. I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick while you
That's a
guys
great
decide what
idea.
you want to do next.
Everyone's out of the hole, right?
I think so.
Okay, so I'm going to stop concentrating once everyone's in the safe zone so there's no more webbing. And since we're taking that little shorty rest, I'm going to do Inspiring Leader. Motherfucker. So everybody gets 11 hit points if they lost any.
Dope.
Oh, that should put me back up at full.
Dope. Well, this has been a clusterfuck of a session.
We spent basically
Almost
all
an
night
hour
in
getting out of a hole.
getting out of a hole. Climbing into and getting out of a hole. with a whale in a mine?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
did what I had to do.
That was an idea. It was, in fact, an idea. That was an idea.
At least I didn't turn into like the crab or something.
That was gonna web us. It was gonna be like stable. And then there's a whale.
I mean, you could have webbed the whale.
I feel like I was pressed against the wall, like blubber
Yeah.
pressing me.
Yeah.
Cartoon, like Han Solo in the.
Yeah, like carbonite. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
What the fuck am I supposed to do with this here whale? Motherfucker.
I still like the idea that the whole thing just caved into the next level.
Steven, you got 11 hit points back. Let's see if it'll let me do video now. You get 11 hit points back.
I did.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone did. Well, it doesn't matter. Are we taking a real short rest, or was that just me talking shit?
I'm gonna go ahead and say we're taking a short rest.
Yeah, if we're taking a short rest, the hit. I think we should all. Never mind. I'm just talking. We're good.
Just
Never mind.
11 points. I hope the video doesn't cut out again.
You're a little. I mean, it's choppy, but
Oh man.
it's
Okay.
not bad.
All right. So I heard short rest. We're doing a short rest. We're not doing a short rest. We're here for an hour.
No, I'm doing Inspiring Leader for 10 minutes to give 11 hit points back to Baylor.
Okay, cool. He took like 17 from being suffocated, so he'll
Not a deal.
appreciate that. 11.
11.
Okay.
Ooh, we are taking a short rest. Though.
Yeah.
No, Inspiring Leader is only 10 minutes.
Ooh. that's why I was
looking-
asking.
I thought Channel Divinity was a long rest thing, but it's a short rest.
It's a short. Yeah, it's a short. Okay, so you guys, you get up top. Rope is there. Baylor and Nigel
Nobody
finally
knows
get.
what the hell happened except for me, right?
Pretty much, yeah. There was no time to explain what's going on. So I will say, you guys all get up. Callista comes over, releases the web. Everyone's good to go. She starts talking to everyone like, that was really good effort, guys. Everyone took their part. You know, Steven, very good idea with the rope and just like basically being like the coach of everything for 10 minutes, saying how wonderful of a job everyone did. Well, why am I doing this? Callista, do you want to make a speech?
Guys,
It's 10 minutes. You have to do it for 10 minutes. What's the gist of what you say?
you know,
Why is this on
good
me?
effort, show effort. Way to go, guys. And Nigel, that was definitely an idea. That was an idea. I'm not sure that was the right one, but good effort.
You
Good
gotta
gold
do what you
star,
gotta
buddy.
do sometimes.
Gold star, buddy.
I'll
All
be
right.
evaluating his idea about us all tying rope to each other.
For the
Oh, from earlier on.
Yeah.
All right, so that happens, and everyone I think gets hit points back if they need it from the inspiring leader.
Yeah.
right.
The pep talk is done, and Steven, if you want to tell them what happened,
Yeah.
you're
so,
welcome to.
Okay, so we all heard the voice, right? We all heard it.
We did.
Yes, that's why we were trying to.
Callista-
Did you see? What was the voice?
Well, what had happened is Callista she cast light on a rock and she threw it. And once the light came in here, we heard the scream and started running this way. And
We thought
I saw a human form,
we thought we saw a human form.
and it was covering its eyes and falling backwards. So immediately I ran to it to try to save it, and I was telling it to uncover its eyes. And when it did, it looked to me like Allura. And I tried to throw my rope down, and when it went down, a hand came and grabbed me, and that's when we all ended up down.
When it was covering its eyes, was it missing some fingers?
Can I roll a
Sure.
perception?
You can
to see
hit.
if I
You can
saw
history.
that?
Can I roll
Yeah.
that too? Since I saw it?
Yeah,
History or what?
you didn't. Steven is the only thing that saw
Natural
this thing. You guys. So you and Og came in while Steven was at the end, like going
Yeah,
down.
we
You
didn't
didn't
see
see
until
what
was
he
almost in the
saw.
hole.
But I threw the pebble over his head. Why wouldn't I see what he was?
With how the room was set up, you didn't see like around where
Okay.
this came from. Yeah.
It was natural 20.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, it did have missing fingers. Yes, it did. It had the
Right.
missing fingers and all. I believe it was her. That's why I ran so hastily towards the edge. I wasn't thinking about the hand that were coming up earlier. I was just trying to save her, and she went down, and the rope didn't get her like I expected it to, and I don't know what happened to her.
Could it have been an illusion?
I feel as though it was real. It seemed real, and the only thing that makes me curious is I wonder if she may have been possessed again, because the light seemed to affect her negatively. She
But
was
how did
covering
she get
her
here
eyes.
ahead of us?
I don't understand. It may be something we could find out in deeper levels, but I just wanted to explain that. First off, thank you for saving my life. I really appreciate that, all of you.
Yes.
Great
Thank
Great
you for
effort,
the dog's life too.
I was ready to sacrifice myself. I did not want you to lose your lives for me, but I appreciate it nonetheless. But I don't think there's anything else we can learn here. We could look around. I think we've seen what we can see, unless we want to go back down the
I
other
guess
way.
we should check that last.
Can we all agree that the things we see may not be always trustworthy, and we should wait for at least one more person to agree with you?
Yeah. Fuck this mind.
Can we all agree to use the buddy system and have somebody just check
How about we just don't run off by ourselves anymore? And I'm just looking over at Baylor.
buddy to Og? Let Og be the...
Baylor looks at, well, I don't know. Someone was need of
Yeah,
help.
I don't
That's
care.
why we are here.
Stop
We're here.
running off by yourself.
Stop. One,
And
don't
then
challenge
I
me
just-
unless you
I
mean
just- I
it.
get into
Number
it,
two,
and
if
I tell
someone
him to
needs
stop
help,
running.
uh,
Anytime he
at-
starts talking, I just go shh to him. Anytime he opens his mouth, I go shh, and then I tell him just to like chill.
you're gonna Dr. Evil him.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You you guys are fucking bantering back and forth and bickering, going through all this stuff. Nigel, what's your AC? I can't remember.
17.
Okay. As you guys are going back and forth and going through all this stuff, out of the corner of your eye, you see this coming and are just able to avoid it. But there is a long sword that is coming right at you, and you see it right when you're able to go up, and it just clings on the bottom. And at the end of the long sword is Og.
What?
And he is down there, and he looks up and he says, you shouldn't be here. You should go. And he goes to swing again, and this time, oh fuck.
Oh no.
Let's not. Hang on. Pause.
Sweet.
Pause everything. Pray to God. Pray to your gods. Pray to any god you. Never mind. Hang on. Ooh, this is the die for me tonight. Nigel, this is coming at you, courtesy
Why
of
should be another
Og.
fucking 100?
I mean,
Really good.
I'm
Do you need
going
me
for
to send
dice. Hang on.
Do you need me to send a link to my character sheet?
No.
Okay.
No.
You know what we forgot about last time?
Huh.
What?
Uncanny dodge.
Yep. We? Don't you mean you?
Well, I don't think I saw that worm hit me, did I?
Okay. All right.
Saw this happen. So we'll
I
be
know.
good. I can't have any damage.
Well, let's see what happens first. The longsword's a D8, right, Og?
Yeah, plus
Plus 7, isn't it?
plus 4 for damage.
Plus
7
4?
to hit.
Oh, 1d8 plus 4, 1d10 plus 4, depending on how it's.
Well,
small.
what's your strength and proficiency total? Is that 7?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So 1d8 plus 7.
Plus 7?
Okay.
Well, no, it's the D&D Beyond has it as plus 7 to hit, plus
Yes.
4 for damage.
Oh, so 1d8 plus 4.
It's
Yeah.
either if
That's-
it's one-handed,
yeah.
it's 1d8 plus 4.
That's I was getting ahead of myself. Okay,
Yeah, or
do
1d10.
right.
If,
you want to see this in real time? Should I
possessed
tilt it
Oz
down to see
Yeah,
what's?
fuck it. Let's
drop his
see.
shield
Okay,
to swing
here we
at
go.
Nigel.
Ready?
So
All right. This is gonna go at the bottom. Here it comes. Oh, it's not a 100.
What is it?
It's a 51.
Oh, okay.
Which
That's
Where
right in
is
the
that?
middle of the road.
that
That's
is right in the middle of the road.
You're gonna lose a toe. You're gonna lose a flipper nail.
Fuck, what did I say last time? I know we rolled this last time, and I can't
I
remember
think
what I
I
said.
rolled this last time. I think I rolled a 51. I can't remember what the hell it was. It wasn't bad.
oh god, is Nigel gonna have a crippling fear of Og now?
Yeah. Anytime an orc's around, he's like, ah. 51. Okay, let me roll the damage on this stuff. So that's an 8. Ah. 8. And then what else is this? 6. You're gonna take 14 slashing damage, Nigel.
Okay, cool. So I take 7.
So you take 7 damage. And yeah, I didn't write it down last time, and I don't remember what the fuck it is. What's something good? Like a middle of the road, not going to mess up your character, but can still be. Because the 37 was the drop an attribute point. 51. I think it was against the worm, and I said permanent body damage, but I was like, that's not a good thing, because that's like 50-50, and
Yeah.
I don't like that. Let's
That
say.
was the one that gave the giant the erection while we were fighting it, was it?
I'll say this. You are going to have a penalty to one of your abilities for, let's say, I'm going to roll this for an amount of days. I'm going to roll a D10 for days.
Okay.
Okay. Ah, it fell. Let's get another one. Let's see. Where's the fucking thing? God damn it. That's a 12. There we go. 2 days. All right. So for 2 days, you have, we'll take this. You have a -4. Let's say to your sleight of hand. Let's say that Og clips you in one of the flippers. So you take 7 slashing damage, and you oh, it's over there. I'll get it later. So yeah, you take 7 slashing damage, and you get caught in the flipper. So your sleight of hand is going to be -4 for 2 full days.
Now I only have a 7 for my sleight of hand.
Oh,
Hey,
darn.
that can be an 8 or a 9, which is a fail in most cases. So there you go. You know what? Now it's a disadvantage too. So no, I'm just kidding. All right. So Og has swung twice at Nigel.
Yeah, I attack that because I know it's not Og because he wouldn't attack me.
You attack Og. Let's go ahead and throw everyone into initiative right now, really quick.
I attack fake Og.
You attack fake Og.
Og.
All right, Og. Well, that's good.
6.
Yeah.
6 for Nigel. A big old 6 for Nigel. This is fun. This is a good session. I like this session. This session's been good. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to do this. All right, Nigel got a 6. Steven, what'd you get?
21.
Ooh. Let me see what this is. What is that? Okay. Callista, what'd you get?
17.
Okay. Okay. So. Okay, cool. So, first to act after the slishy slashy is Steven.
I'm
do you wanna do?
gonna pull up my rope, my magical rope,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to have it wrap around Og and tie him like his arms down at his side.
Fog or Og?
What?
Fog or Og?
Who's Fog?
The fake Og.
It's the same
Fucking
thing.
Og? This is Og.
This is Og. It's
This
not
is
like a
Og?
mirage.
This is
of
Og.
It's Og. It's the same thing that happened to Allura.
So
is happening
Og
to
slashed at you, missed, and said you shouldn't be here, and slashed again and caught you in your flipper. You
So,
look
yeah.
around. There's no one else in here. This is Og.
This is
When Og spoke, it was in his voice.
Okay. I thought it was some sort of weird.
I'm gonna like I guess tell the rope to subdue Og, and then
Okay. I guess attack roll with the rope, which I guess you're proficient in because it's magic rope. What's your AC, Og? 15? 16. Okay. Beat a 16.
Need a 16.
16 if I've got my shield out.
I assume you do. I assume
Yeah,
rogues
I
always got a
usually
shield
do.
out. Okay.
22.
All right. Og's restrained with rope.
Okay.
Anything else?
I want to say, who are you? Where's Og?
You should leave.
Who?
Sorry. Oh, sorry. You should leave. Sorry. You should leave. And Callista, you're next.
What the hell's going on in this fucking map?
Yeah, exactly. Callista, anything you want to do?
Baylor, can you cast whatever spirit is in Og out of him? Can you help Baylor do something?
I believe I can. I believe yes, I can. And he grabs into his armor again, and pulls out a symbol, and he closes his eyes and says a little prayer and holds it up, and it starts to glow again, just like it did in Krellborn's fucking house, and it lights up, and the light spell is still going on your pebble, but it lights up the room even more. And as Og is sitting there with this, he kind of goes stiff for a second, and his eyes roll back in his head, and the light dissipates, and Og comes down and says,
Where Og go just now?
and as that happens, well, everyone perception for me again. See if
Why Og
who
tied
sees
up? Did
what.
Og miss something fun?
What?
7.
18.
Are we still in mine? 18.
10.
7.
Callista, you're the only one that sees this again. The same thing you saw. Yeah, with Laura, a little like comes out of Og and just like goes down that fucking tunnel.
Goes down the tunnel?
Mhm.
Fuck.
That's not good.
Let's chase that fucking light.
Og, are you all right?
Folks,
Get this rope off of you.
the same spirit that was in Elora
Og is as right as he normally is.
came out of Og just now. Og was possessed by the same type of entity.
Where'd it go?
Down the hole.
Let's go down the hall.
No,
After all that shit, we
down
want to
the
just
hole.
jump down the hole?
Down the
Down,
bottom.
down
With,
the
I
hall.
disagree.
Hall, not hole.
down the.
Baylor says, well, wait a minute. I mean, something wanted us to go down that hole. Something was pulling Steven down the hole and probably didn't have the best of intentions. If down is where we should
Wait,
go.
I'm sorry, stop. Did it hall or hole?
What?
Did he
What?
go down? No, hall or hole? What did he go down? Did he go down the hall or did he go down the hole? I'm being
I
like
heard him
realistic
say
right
go
now.
down the circular hole in the ground that all the
It
people.
went down the hole that everyone was trying to get pulled
Okay,
into.
I thought you said hall.
That's why I blacked out.
Hole!
Okay. Well,
The
let's go down
piece
the-
of light went down the hole.
Okay.
Maybe we
Yeah.
should just go down to the bottom level cavern mines and investigate down there.
Yeah, let's just go straight down to the
Everything's
bottom.
leading. Every sign is pointing to down. Let's go as far down as we can go, and let's see what the hell is
Without
down
jumping
there.
down hole.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's
Don't
go down.
jump down the hole, Og. That's a bad idea.
No, without jumping down hole.
Not down the hole. Let's go down the elevator into the bottom floor.
I'm with you. Let's go. I think there's stairs. I don't think there's elevators, but Just saying.
like a little lift.
Well, Baylor says,
Maybe
wait. If we are searching for any survivors or anyone else here, shouldn't we check the
I
third
forgot
level as
about that.
well?
Baylor, that's a great idea. All right.
Well, here's what we'll do. We'll go to the bottom and work our way back up.
What?
You tell us. You're the one with
I
all
just, as long as we are committed to searching this whole facility, then that is fine with me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna go down first and then come back up because we
I
just.
guess.
Of course, we have encountered monsters here, and should there be something on the third floor that perhaps encounters these monsters and they're not able to defend themselves, that seems like it may not be the best idea, but
Well, here, let me just say
we
this.
don't know
What
what
about
should
the
be on the
people on the
third
fourth floor? What if there's monsters down there attacking them? Really, either way, someone's going to be dealing with monsters. So, but I think that.
Well, Bergman, if you had let me finish my sentence, I would have said the exact same thing, that we cannot predict who is going to be where and how things are going to go. So we are in the same mindset, which is wonderful to me. But if you would have let me finish my sentence, and it would have been right in what you would have said. So
He's a little bit rude there, Baylor. It's okay. He doesn't
Yeah,
like
I'm tired. I'm done. Let's just go to the fourth floor. Let's stop talking about going to the fourth floor and let's go to the fourth floor.
Well, if you would indulge me, let me consult with Mortar Dean for a second, and maybe he can point
I'm
us
just
in
walking
the
away
right
now.
direction.
I'm walking away.
He kneels down and starts to pray to himself.
I'm leaving him. I'm walking towards wherever the lift is.
Sure. And who else is going where?
With
Nigel's
Buddy
walking
says, "I better
away.
go with him." I'm gonna go with Nigel.
I'm staying with Baylor.
Yeah. I feel like since Og was able to get taken over relatively easily, I think he's going to stay around Baylor.
Okay. So, oh yeah, let me go in and do that too. So Baylor just kind of kneels down.
Doing something.
You, what?
Do something.
You want to do something? We have been doing something this whole time.
Other
We
than
were trying to
crush
get out of a
Baylor.
hole. Someone tried to crush the shit out of Baylor. You start walking away. So Nigel, Steven, you guys are just going towards the opening of this, just trying to get outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Baylor kneels there for a second, and he just has his symbol out, and he's kind of muttering to it for a second, and stops and listens and stands up. And he says, I've gotten a very strong feeling from Moradin that I hate to say that there may not be anything living in this mine. So
Nothing worms.
yes, Og, I'm sorry. No, sorry, nothing living that we were sent here to retrieve. For clarification's sake. So if Nigel is wanting to go to the lowest section, then we can do that. I have no thoughts that we may encounter anything on the third floor that perhaps may be brought back and rescued. And he looks kind of dejected when he says that.
Aw,
Right, Baylor.
Baylor.
Down to the bottom.
All right. So they follow you guys out. You guys go to the you guys make it to the outside. Nigel, are you waiting for everyone to join you on the outside of this mine? I would say at this point it's probably dusk or like dark outside. Like moon is probably out.
Just a thought.
I'm waiting at the lift because you said there was a lift, right?
From where you guys are, let's see, there's the second. So there are like pulley systems and lift, but they don't necessarily go to every single level. Like when you guys head out, if you look to your left, there's a lift that takes it all the way back up, but it just goes from like, basically each level has its own lift from that level to the top. Because where like this, how the scaffoldings are built, there's not necessarily going to be a section that's going to allow for the lift to stop. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys go all the way down, if you guys head south a little bit, there is a ladder that goes all the way down to the bottom level.
All right.
Down we go.
And
Down we go.
everyone roll. No, I'm just kidding. It's a ladder. You guys can do a ladder, right? Right?
Right.
Yes.
I hope so. I mean, can penguins climb ladders? Maybe Nigel should do a
Acrobat.
horse. Yeah, you guys walk down to the ladder. You guys start one by one going down. Who's gonna go first?
I think Nigel, because
Nigel's leading the
busy
way.
about everything.
Nigel's gonna fireman pull. He's just gonna hold onto the sides and zzz, like slide down.
I'm in the middle of the pack.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be right behind Nigel. I'll follow him down.
I'll take up the back again.
Okay. All right. You guys make it all the way down. As you guys are climbing down and you go past that third level, you don't see a whole lot. You don't hear a whole lot. Well, if you guys want, you can do a perception check as you're climbing down to see if anything
Absolutely.
sticks out or
19.
catches your eye. Ooh.
15.
13.
17.
You hear cave sounds.
Sounds like a mine.
What?
Oh, mine. Yeah, you hear the water below you guys, like far below you guys, rushing up against the cliffside. There are birds and different animals that you hear flying by. A couple things that are reaching you guys from the town of Prosperity. Just little noises here and there, but nothing that you can tell is coming from like down inside that section. So you get down to the bottom level. The scaffolding is the least secure, not to say that it's not sturdy, but this is the lowest level. They've worked from their top down.
Mm.
And so this is the newest section. So you can definitely tell just by looking from going from one to the other that like the top level has been reinforced, definitely just like put in, it can hold the most weight going through to all this stuff. And as you go down, it's just not as sturdy, not as just like solid. You don't think just looking at it that you're going to fall, that if you put your weight on a board that it's going to break through. But it's just looking at it, you don't feel as safe or confident, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So from where you guys came in, like that was like the main area that you came in,
Mhm.
right? The bottom level is like midway through this long run. What is that? South. So the whole thing is extending south. And from where the whole thing ran and how the scaffoldings are going, the fourth level is like midway through everything.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so you get down. And again, the opening here looks pretty well carved, looks pretty secure, kind of the same things going through. It's just there is the most equipment down here. Because it's the newest section, they've been trying to like clear it and do things. So things that are outside on the scaffolding, just looking straight in on the sides, there's the most equipment. There's as far as like carts, torches, pickaxes. There's like some blasting powder and sticks that you may assume maybe like dynamite or something is there.
Can I grab some of those?
Some what?
Wait,
Some of
we
the
have
dynamite?
TNT level explosives?
Right here. I mean, you don't know how potent they are, but they're little
No, I mean
sticks.
just the fantasy setting, like they have like yield gunpowder almost.
Yield.
Yeah.
I want to take some of those with me.
I was just
No.
saying, can I grab some of those and a pickaxe?
Okay. You want to take a couple? Well, how much do you want to take? Because you just
Wait, how
like.
much is there?
I'll say this. Baylor with his mining experience, can tell you, oh, these are for clearing large areas, or if just a pickaxe won't cut it, and you want to delve deeper in, it is very, very, very dangerous, not to be trifled with lightly. And I will say, everyone remembers this from what Krellborn told you, is that he was considering just like fucking like caving in the mine.
Yeah. So how much of this is there?
I will say down here,
Enough to
there's
cave in the
probably
mine.
about what's that?
Enough to cave the mine in.
Yeah. Down here, there's enough to, yeah, definitely like, if you, I mean, you don't know, you guys have never, you don't know what this is, just based on what Baylor tells you. Like, this can make a big bang and make things like explode.
Yeah. How much is there?
There's probably like a dozen sticks.
I'll take 2.
So how about we do this? Nigel grabs
in the
it,
hat.
hands one to everyone, and then just throws the rest in the hat.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to pick eggs.
If you don't want
You have a pickaxe now.
Wait. All right. Continue.
yeah, do you? I guess if anybody wants, we take it all. Who wants some? It's pretty much where I'm at.
Yeah.
Actually, I take it back.
Baylor says, "Oh, why are we taking this inside the mine? That this volatile substance may."
This is a later game play, bud. This isn't a right now play.
Then why won't we leave it out here where it won't potentially kill us?
Well, it's in the hat. It'll be fine. And I just put it in the hat.
I'm not going to take it because
He doesn't want any.
Okay, cool.
it's on fire.
I will defer to Baylor's judgment and give you the stick to put back to put in your hat.
Yeah, I just put it in the hat. So,
So you take all of it and just put it in your hat.
yes.
This is going to end badly.
Fair enough.
It's
Okay.
gonna.
I mean,
What should I
if it
put that in
explodes,
next
It's
to
just going
my,
to explode directly down at
Just-
Nigel. So
Might as well put dynamite. Why not? Dynamite times 12.
It's like, how can you resurrect scraps of penguin?
Cross that bridge when we get there, I guess.
Find out, huh?
12. Okay, dynamite. 12. All right.
I shouldn't just leave things out for Nigel to play with. That's my fault on this one. I said it, but I can't take it back now.
I was just kind of in my own world, and then someone said something about blowing
There's a
up.
rail gun. I'm putting it in my hat.
No,
Okay.
I was banned from using explosives in other campaigns. So you blow up the party one too many times, and the DM.
And all of a sudden, you're the guy that kills everyone.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't really have any way to light. Oh wait, never mind.
Oh.
I do. Never.
I was in a Star
Don't
Wars
stand
The
campaign.
pyrotechnic magician doesn't have a way to light anything. Sure.
Yeah.
Don't
The one that
stand-
says sparkles come up
Yeah.
from everywhere.
I tried to make shaped charges into a football once, and like put a blaster in it and threw it at an enemy that was like 30 feet away.
And killed everyone.
It killed the enemy. I mean,
And everyone else.
the party survived technically.
Yeah. And the one person that made it out.
We were well within the blast range.
All right. You guys, so who's going into this who's going into this
Yeah, I guess
section
marching
first?
Order. Nigel with
Oh.
his blasting cap.
Middle of the pack.
Who's going
Come on,
first?
Nigel, let's go.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go first. Fuck it.
I'll go take the rear.
Hood is up, middle of the pack.
Stay right behind Nigel. It seems like it's been working out so far. We're gonna make bad decisions together.
I'll do it.
All right. Baylor, I'll say is
decisions.
I'll say-
That's where we need to be
I
at.
like to think that Baylor's giving Nigel like a lot of room now
Mm.
because it's got a hat full of.
Oh no,
explosives.
he's right. His eyes are on that hat. He's just like right behind fucking Nigel. Like Nigel that turned into a whale and almost suffocated him. Nigel that like did he's like his eyes are on.
Do I notice that he's
Nigel that
staring at
ran
my-
back into the medical plays to be like, oh, you can't go back there. Oh, it's fine, and just like yeah, his eyes are on Nigel.
Just out of curiosity, so did the whale have a jaunty little hat on as well?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, the whale had a hat.
A way too tiny hat, absolutely.
Like the fish who
I
lost
was
his
like,
hat.
I just like that mental image.
Not that you could see the hat, so it was pressed into the fucking ceiling of the
Yes.
cave. But yeah, had that on. Yeah, you guys start walking in. So Steve and Nigel, you guys walk in. Baylor's behind you, and then Callista and Og.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. You guys go in. It's not as clean as the previous two sections that you went in. Those were very like wet. What?
Nothing.
They were very well carved. They just looked older. Again, more secure. Everything else that went into it. There's much more just equipment and stuff down here. Being the newest section, that they had plans for this area. But it still looks like it's fairly new. There's still like dust and bits of rock on the ground as you guys are walking. As you guys walk in, look at this. Whoop, hello. What's that one? Okay. As you guys are walking in, about 30 foot ahead to your left, there is another one of the openings that goes down to the south. And then again, just looking ahead, excuse me, there's an opening about 20 foot ahead of that goes on to the right. And then the place that you're in is just going forward, going to
Is
the west.
20 feet down, there's a left, and then another 20 feet, there's a right.
20 foot down, there's a left. Yeah, there's a left tunnel going down to the south. Excuse me, as the hiccups are hitting me. And then another 15 or 20 foot down, there's another section going to the north, to the right.
Where do y'all just left?
Start with one, move to the left, check out that hole. I'm sure it's going to be another hole. We
Don't
might as well check it.
run off anyone.
But what if we hear
Yeah.
help?
No. Don't run off anyone.
Yeah, we're doing horror movie rules. Don't leave the pack.
But what if someone may be dying? That seems like
I'm
something that
with
may need
Baylor on that one.
assistance. And if we are here to rescue and we hear someone, then shouldn't we? That
How
be
about
a
Baylor
one
and
priority?
Steven are
Rope to
on
everybody's-
the first charge group then, if they hear somebody in need of assistance?
Oh yes, I'm
And
happy.
Nigel and
I'm
Callista can
more
follow
than
up.
willing. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, I'm happy to. If someone needs help, that's what I'm here for.
All right.
All right. So Stephen, if you're leading, you go up. You turn down, and so I guess Baylor is behind you now, as opposed to Nigel. If
Yes,
they're the
yes.
first, the running party. You start going down. You see ahead of you that it's a tunnel going forward by about 30, 40 feet, and then it curves off to the right, to the west again.
Keep going.
Start going in.
Mm-hmm.
You get everyone perception for me real quick.
19.
Perception.
Okay.
3.
Dirty 20.
Woo. You, Steven, get about 10, 15 feet down this tunnel, and you start to see, you start to see, and you also start to feel some vibrations kind of underneath you and around you. And Baylor just is walking. He's right behind you. You start to see, feel the vibrations around you, and the walls kind of just give a little bit of a, and above you.
Baylor, do you feel that? See this? What is this?
What do you mean? I don't. And deck save.
All of us?
No, just Steven. And then we'll say Baylor too.
9.
Well, you know what? Baylor got less than that. So as you guys are, what's this? What's this? There's a small cave-in that starts to happen. And
Might
the
suck.
full, yeah, the area that you're going down about 10 feet ahead of you just starts to brr, brr, brr. And as you're talking and wondering what's going on, you both get hit by some rocks. And let's say, well, you guys are going to take both the same amount of damage. Here it goes. Whew, that's larger than I had hoped. 11 points of bludgeoning damage for both you guys.
Jesus.
As rocks come down and just start fucking pummeling you guys. You're not buried underneath them. You feel it and you see it coming, but as you're getting out, there's just like a boom, 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 boom as you guys are getting hit, trying to run out of here. So you make it down the full length and dive back out into the main hall, but that hallway is now collapsed.
Can't go down there, guys. That one's not there anymore. Let's keep going.
How about I take the lead again?
Fine by me. Can we check the right? I'd
Yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah, let's
Okay.
check the one
Right.
up here to the right.
Okay. Nigel's going first. Who's going behind Nigel?
I'll be right behind him.
Okay.
After that.
Og will take the back.
Okay. All right. Nigel, you start going down the right. Again, straightaway tunnel, pretty narrow.
How far down is it? Is it if it's straight?
It's about 40 feet from what you can tell just by looking down.
Cool, 'cause I can see 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything
yeah.
down there? Or is it turn or anything? Or does it look like a dead end?
It goes and stops and then curves
Okay, all right then.
to the west.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go down.
Okay. You start going down, and you see as you're looking that there's kind of like a little bit of an offshoot to the right, and a little bit of an offshoot to the left as you're coming. So it's going straight down and it curves, but as you're going, there's a little bit of a hump, and then as a little further down, a little bit of a hump.
I guess I'll just poke my head around the corner at the first one on the left.
All right, you're walking down. You look to the right. Well, the one on the right's coming first.
Or whichever
You
one
look.
first. I'm just
Yeah. It's kind of the same little. Like you saw up top on the second level. There was just kind of a little like section for supplies, torches, a couple barrels, shit like that. You go into the next one and look to the left, and there is a section that they were starting to mine, and just from your eyesight with your goggles, a couple of those little like discolored areas.
Okay.
And right in the upper right, there is something that you haven't seen before since you've been in this mine. It's a little, it's probably about 8 inches long, and it's probably about 3 inches wide. That just seems to be kind of fluctuating a little bit. Like if you look at the other little like strips that you see, it's like, oh, that's now like potentially a mineral that Baylor showed us earlier, and this one's a little different shade of gray. And as you look up at the other one, it doesn't stay a constant hue.
So does it look like the what is that? What are they mining here? The
Allorium.
Allorium? Does it look like the Allorium that I saw earlier?
The one that you saw in Krellborn's office was in full bright light. This one, just using the goggles that you have for dark vision, you can't tell. It just doesn't look like anything else you've seen down here, but you're not 100% sure.
Should we call Baylor? Baylor has.
Well, Baylor's like right next to us, so I guess I'm just gonna.
He's a little further back. Yeah, it's you, Steven, Callista, then Baylor.
Yeah, I'm gonna just. I guess I'll let. Yeah. Let's stop and take a look at this. I guess I'm gonna pull out of my hat. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna point out to Baylor as we walk by.
Okay. So you guys are like kind of congregating around this little nook.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You wait and you call for Baylor and he comes up and he's kind of squinting at it, looking at it. He's like, I can't really hang on 1 second. And he taps the end of his maul again and casts light and everything just comes up. And everyone that can see it, I mean, you guys are pretty much, it's a small area, but you can kind of huddle in and figure it out. Yeah, you guys all saw this in Krelborn's office. This is definitely a little hunk of Valorium.
Can
Shit, Steven. Knock that shit off the wall.
I was gonna try and get it with my pickaxe. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let me try and try
Let's
and
get
hit
a
the.
taste.
See if I can chip it.
Hey, whoa, wait, hang on. This is not ours to take.
But I mean, technically, he was gonna shut it
No.
down, was he not? And
He
did he
wasn't.
not want
You
more?
already promised them
Everything in this mine is owned by Mr.
Wait,
Morris. This is
let's
not
do
ours
this.
to take.
Maybe the
Why not
Elorium
just bring
has
back
something
to him?
to do with what's going on here. Maybe it might help us with, trying to figure out what's going on. Why don't we just take a little bit with us? If we need it, we have it. If we don't need it, we'll just leave it as
We
we
can
walk
give
out
it back
the
to
door.
Krellborn when we're done. I mean, we need to know more. He would not let us take the one that he had. I'd like to know more about this. He said it's very special and very, very interesting and can do great things. I mean, what?
Trust me, there's no one here that would rather study this more than me, but again, this is not ours to take, and this is not our sole purpose here. We are
We're
not
just-
miners, we are not here. He stops, he puts his hand up and says, do you have mining experience?
Sure.
Do you have mining experience? Do you know how to extract this in the best possible way?
No. I have a pickaxe.
Out of holding a pickaxe in your hand does not mean you can take things out in the right way. Out of everyone here, I believe everyone can agree that I am the most experienced, and to kick this out safely, I would be the one to do it. Also, with everything else we have seen here, trying to disturb something in this cliffside and this mine may not be the best idea.
All right. Well, you lead the way, and
I'm
we'll
gonna try and
follow
persuade
you.
him.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to say, hey, I think this might help us. If we don't need it, we'll leave it. And if we do need it, we have it. And we'll even let you hold on to it.
Okay.
So yeah. So all right, I'm gonna roll for that. 30-20.
All right. He says, if anyone is to remove this piece, it needs to be me.
Go for it, buddy. We just want some of it with us.
Okay. Fuck, what should I roll for this? This should be... Hot damn, what should this be? That should probably be this. Okay.
Maybe... Would it be Arcana because it's some weird shit?
Nah. I'm gonna say...
Athletics?
Okay. So I'll do that, and we'll do... yeah, maybe. Okay. All right. So he goes into his little side pouch and takes out some very kind of small ish tools. Like pickaxe is pretty big. This things are like pretty small. Like it's maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches long. And he comes through and he's just sitting there and he's like, this may take a while.
Okay. We need it.
And he sits there and he starts going around it. It's very meticulous. He's being very careful with it. Just going around the sides. Ding, 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 ding. And as he goes around it, he puts everything away. And he's kind of like, as you guys, are you watching him closely as he's doing this, or are you just letting him do his thing?
Oh, no, I'm going to watch him closely because I just...
Okay. He's going around and he sees you and just kind of looks over his shoulder for a second and holds his hand up and he kind of like taps around it a little bit and has his ear up to it and kind of wiggles it just a little bit and like flicks it, like just all this like minute, just like really precise stuff. And as he's going through and figuring out and like looking around and everything, His tools are gone. They're back in his thing, and he just throws his hand kind of up to the left to the side of it and just like gives a nice solid, just like a and the thing, like you hear a crack, just like and then he takes both of his hands around it and just kind of wiggles it, and it's slowly coming out until he has the whole thing in his hands.
Okay.
I appreciate it, Baylor.
Then
Thank
he-
you.
then he puts
I
in his
know
pocket.
you were not a very happy about doing this for you, but it may come in handy. It may.
He says, "Well, I just want to be clear. This is not ours."
Right, and I wink at him.
Alright.
But it's a joking wink.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
He,
he, did,
he-
was
he
doing
puts it-
earlier.
yeah.
He puts it in his satchel, and he points up and he says, "Now, you've seen how I extracted this." And he points to the hole that it goes around. It's like, how clean is that? And compared to like the pods and the scoops that you saw, it's fucking like really broken up and dirty.
So what I guess we're saying is that maybe whoever's been mining here has been doing a shit job.
Not even, I mean, potentially, but even that, like, this is, dwarves are known to be miners.
That's my
From what you know about Baylor, like, he's been in mines for a long time. He knows his shit. He's also a cleric of the forge domain. So as far as like just like getting minerals out to make things and do all this, like, he knows what he's talking about. And he's told you this whole time that what has taken whatever it is out of sections is incredibly clean and smooth and like just
Unnaturally smooth.
almost, yeah. And he just did this in front of you, and he's like, look at this. See the differences between what I just did and how careful I was and what we just saw up top. And it's like night and day.
Okay.
So there was something odd going on, perhaps, with how they were extracting this Elorium.
Yeah.
Assuming that that's what was pulled out of all those other holes, but seems
Yeah.
likely. So okay.
Okay. Continuing on down this path.
Right.
yeah, definitely.
All right, Nigel, you going?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going first.
Okay, so you back out of this, you start going down, you turn around. This one is like the longest tunnel you've seen. Like all the ones you've been in have been about like 40 foot before it turns and goes a different direction. Like, and from just what Baylor has probably told you in passing back and forth is the miners don't want their tunnels to be too terribly long, because the possibility of like a cave-in or something or it collapsing can be higher because of the stress and everything that's put on these sections the longer as they get. It's better to like kind of go off to the side and kind of serpentine than just go straight away.
So there's something unusual about the tunnel we're in then.
Yeah. Let's see. Nigel's up front. Steven, you're still behind?
Correct.
Okay. You guys do perception checks for me.
Perception.
11.
12.
22.
Oh, all of us, or just Steven and Nigel?
I mean, they're the shortest members, and they're right in front, so you guys can
Okay.
probably see over them. And Callista, if you're right behind me, you can see this. Callista, you see in front of them,
Okay.
Nigel and
17
Steven,
dog.
you see a little bit, like you're squinting and trying to see what's all the way down there. Callista, as you're looking all the way down, it does kind of, it's not just a straight path anymore. It does seem to open up a bit. And there does seem to be something on the floor, kind of in a heap at the end.
Something. Rags? Rocks?
It's fairly far away. You can kind of see what it is, but you can't tell what it is yet.
Cool, cool. So I'm gonna cast Detect Magic on that something.
How far? Detect magic is 30 feet around you?
Yes, 30 feet.
It's further.
How far away is it, Nathan?
Your dark vision gives you 60 feet. in dim light, and then like kind of like everything's obscured further than that, right?
Yeah.
No, I've got like it's 60 feet, like normal vision. So like I'm actually have better vision in the dark than I do in yeah. So I can see in the dark 60 feet. But yeah, I would guess everything's kind of blurry after that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you guys can kind of see, again, the dark vision gives you just like shades of gray.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell you anything that's really there or the details that far away.
Okay.
But it's like right at the tail of your dark vision going up. that way.
So I'm gonna whisper to the
Around
group,
60
cover your eyes, pick up a rock, and throw another light pebble.
All right, do another athletics, see how far it goes.
All right, be strong.
Maybe
Don't-
someone else. Should
I know it's
throw
your
it.
strong point.
Fuck you, it's 11.
It makes about, yeah, I'll say it makes about like halfway down this path or this tunnel. Goes down, hits, stays there, and it's again 30 feet of bright light and then dim light beyond that.
Yes.
Okay. Steven, you're the only one that's gonna know this. Looks like what you saw up on level 2, son.
It's like a Lura.
Looks like a body in a nightgown laying on the ground.
I God, he can't. Like he cannot physically adhere to the no running off rule. I'm gonna say it as I'm leaving, but like that's a Lura. That looks just like a Lura. And he's going to say, if you want to come with me, come, and I'm gonna run.
You
How about I
run?
cast web?
On Steven?
Yes! Stop running.
All right, deck save, Steven.
Dex save.
For the web, yeah.
Hey, how much control does she have over that? Like,
It's a 20-foot cube. So
14.
So I guess the idea is you're casting like a web right in front of like everybody.
yeah.
I think she's trying to just
That
like,
was
yeah,
the point.
cement Steven to the ground.
that might be what she's trying to do, but I don't know.
I
if-
believe what she's
14.
done is
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
14. I don't think that's gonna make it.
It doesn't.
Doesn't
So I'm
All right,
aiming
Steven
at-
starts going, and you just like fucking.
we already
You're
had a
stopped in your
conversation
tracks.
with Baylor
The hell we
about
doing?
running off. So we're just gonna go.
Baylor, shut your mouth, Nigel. There's somebody there. Let's go.
I understand that. We're gonna go. We just are gonna go in a group.
Well, then let's go. Get this fucking web
I
off
was
of
wondering
me
if
and
we
let's
need
go.
that kitty harness for Steven.
I'm gonna keep the web on you for just a minute until you calm down. Baylor,
Uh,
let's go check
Bay-
that out.
Baylor, as this happened, his hand is up, and you see some white light come down from the ceiling and land on the web and dissipate it all around Steven. And Steven, you're free.
Running.
And he says, "Someone is in need of our aid." Steven, as you're running, as everyone's standing at Baylor, I'm sure giving him the look. You're running. As you get about, let's say 30 feet away from the group, you feel some very familiar
Grab
vibrations.
Hmm.
I assume you don't stop as you're going. And you're running as you feel and you hear things behind you just and you guys from where you're standing and looking slack-jawed at Baylor see this stuff happening, and you see the light from the pebble illuminate Steven as he's going, just start to get dimmer and dimmer as dust and things start falling and rocks start falling and the cave-in starts going, and there is a pile of rocks now between you
Steven.
and Steven.
Oh. All
You're
right.
a fucking idiot. And then I'm
Dave, I'm telling you, it's not me. I'm playing the
no,
character.
I said that's a Baylor. You're not here with us anymore.
There was a young woman there that needed
Yeah, we were gonna
potentially
go.
medical
you fucking
attention.
idiot.
No, you weren't. You stopped
Yes,
him
we
from
were.
going.
We just said we were gonna go. We were going to walk slowly over there so no cave-ins or anything happened. But
You're
you
right,
wouldn't
of
wait.
course. If she is dying, slow is the right way
She
to
was
go.
gonna die. If she's dying, she's dying.
Og's gonna start slowly trying to excavate the cave-in while they're arguing
Okay.
about what they should have done.
They're just fucking going back and forth. Okay.
That almost came out my nose, Chris.
All right. All right. We'll pause on the rest of the group and just focus on Steven right now.
Oh fuck. All right.
All right. Steven, as you hear things going and the light that is illuminating goes dark slowly, and you know that you're probably on your own from what you saw in the last cave-in, what do you do?
Well, I can see 60 feet in the dark, so I can see. Do I still see her or this body? I'm gonna go up. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to it.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm gonna approach it. And call out, Allura, is that you? Are you there? Are you okay? And then I'm gonna come up and like give it a little like touch, feel for, check for signs of life, a medicine check, maybe.
Sure. You reach out to touch this thing and try to find a pulse, and do you ever put a hand on it? And as soon as your hand goes on to touch a shoulder, the back, the neck, whatever, your what would have been physical, your hand just goes through and it just it's gone.
God, he's such a fucking stupid goblin.
My paladin does the same thing, and I praise you for it. That's exactly what they would do.
Yes. That's why I said we need to bring in a bad kitty harness for Steven later.
Yeah. So it's just
he tries to run off.
It's gone. It's gone. And as you are here in the dark, you hear a voice that calls out to you in a whisper, and it just says, "You were told to leave."
Where are you? Show yourself.
Why did you not heed the warning?
I'm
Why
here
does it
to
keep
protect.
leading
I'm
him
here
farther
to
into the
save.
cave and then telling him to leave?
What was that?
Why does it keep leading him farther into the cave and then telling him to leave? Like mixed signals cave, pick a lane.
There were innocent people here.
Keep grabbing at him with hands, trying to pull him in there, and then telling him to go away.
There were innocent people here?
I was only here to protect and to save anybody that might still be living. People who have gone missing. I have no say in what goes on in this mine. I'm here for the people.
The people were not innocent. They were thieves.
They were just doing their jobs. They had no interest in this. This was their jobs.
This was not the only warning that was given. They were warned before, and they dismissed it due to their greed. You are not a protector. I am a protector.
Of what?
Of my people. And when the voice says that, you see all. So from what you saw, once this dissipated, you just kind of heard a voice, and you're looking around, and nothing could really register as far as the area that you're in. And once this voice said, "My people," there are these little kind of like little areas that show you that when you went to the end of this tunnel, for when everything came behind you, it is essentially a large dome that you are in right now. You're right at the opening of it, and all these little like, they're not super bright lights, they're not torches, they are not it's not fire at all. It's more of a glow, and they're just little segments in the walls or on the floor that are kind of piled up, that are illuminating this whole space. And as they illuminate, it is giving you kind of a dull torchlight glow once they all light up. And there are a ton. Like, you can't count how many individual glows there are in this room. But some of them are in the stone. Some of them are like piled up and stacked on the floor, but it goes from like the floor where you are at all the way up the dome and around. It almost, I guess from our perspective, it's almost like you're standing in like the dome of a planetarium,
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
right?
Who are you people?
Who we are is not important. What you do next will have the most importance. You
What-
must take yourself and those you have come here with and leave immediately. And do not come back.
But what if I can't get them to leave? And what if once we do leave, even if we did, what if they came back without us? I mean, this Allura, you lured me down here with her image. And now you're telling me that I'm not supposed to be here. I mean, this seems like a roundabout way to tell me not to be here, but not tell me why I should not be here.
Warnings were given before to those who came before you. They
I was not
continued
given
to
those
come.
warnings, though.
They continued to come, and examples were made. If people continue to come, more death and suffering will commence.
Jesus Christ. Fucking fan fell over.
You've seen my power firsthand. This is not an idle threat. Yeah.
What- I can't leave yet. How am I supposed to leave? You blocked the cave, my entrance. Where am I to go to get the people who are behind that wall to leave?
You were able to find a way out of the hole. You should be able to find a way through the barrier that has been made.
Fucking evil fucking.
If you commit to leaving and never returning, we will not inhibit your departure.
I are the people who were, as you say, examples. Are they still living? Are they still with us?
They would not be examples if they were still alive.
So, all you want is for them to stop mining your allurium, or whatever you call it. You may not have named it allurium, the mineral that is here. You want them to stop.
They are not taking minerals. They are taking my people.
Oh, that's interesting.
They are taking what is not theirs to take. We have been here for so long and only want peace and to not be disturbed.
Can I get your assurance that no more innocents will be possessed?
If they do not return, there is no need for further action.
So hypothetically, if we were to say blow up the holes and stuff to the mine to close it out so nobody could get here. Would that suffice?
If the openings are closed and we are left in peace, and they do not return, there is no need for further action.
That sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
You are not the only one that needs to be convinced.
I'll do my best. You've got me convinced. I don't know what I can do I'll do my best to convince the others, but that is not my decision to make for them. I will try, but it's what I can do. It's all I can do. I have friends who are very, very good at persuading others. I may be able to have them convince others. Or hell, maybe I'll just blow this fucker up by myself.
All right, throw a persuasion
monologues.
check.
Oh, but see now, here's a question.
Yeah.
Because of my disfiguration, I had disadvantage on persuasion checks.
Yep.
I feel like
Is
that's
that
only the
still
creatures that
to
are
a
looking
to
at
a
him.
mystical voice? Do I still have disadvantage to a mystical voice?
Ugly's still ugly. That's a universal.
I did say across the board, so I think we're gonna stick with it.
All right.
Your disfigurement is somehow inherent in your character, not just your face.
You know you're ugly, and that yeah, hell
It's cool
shows
with
that
Out
in how you talk.
communicate to people.
You know how like
Fucking better. I rolled fucking 2 2s.
cool.
Right.
Hey,
Cool.
I feel like he's been talking for a while to these
Mhm.
ghost things.
Bodied voice.
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty sure by now we would have done something drastic to try and get to him.
I mean, I don't doubt it. What do you guys? Well, yeah. What do you guys want to try to do?
Nigel does
Yeah,
have
I
a
got all
house
this
with
dynamite in my hat.
No, Nigel, not yet. But let's try something else first.
I assume if
Oh,
Baylor
yeah, no,
saw
I
him
pulled
starting
the-
to get
I'm gonna
dynamite
pull
out of the hat,
I'm
he'd
gonna
say
pull the
something.
dynamite out. I was like, do y'all want to fucking go?
Baylor slaps it out of your hand. Like I'm not even gonna have it roll. He slaps it directly out of your hand, and like almost like grabs you by like whatever scruff he can. He's like, "Are you trying to kill us?"
You made it sound like it was a small
He
explosion.
puts his hand over your mouth. And he's like, "We are underneath the ground. We have no means to go forward, only to go back. And you want to try to blow this around? It will only go back at us. And you're trying to kill us? No dynamite.
Not on purpose.
Take it all out of your hat right now."
I don't do that.
Give
He's
him
gonna
like
take the hat from you
give him like
if
2
you
of them.
don't.
Take the hat
Really,
from
that
me.
was
I
it.
will
That's all I
attack
had.
him.
All right, do a contested strength for me then.
I think it's a bad idea.
Can I try to stop Nigel? Can I please try to stop Nigel?
Okay, what's your strength? What's your strength bonus?
It's 1, but I got a nat 20.
Well, I got an 18 with a +4, so that's 22.
That's real fucked up, but
So he threw that 20 on and abilities doesn't mean you automatically succeed. It's a number.
21. That's the best I could do.
It was. He holds your ass up against this and just holds your hat. He's like, "How do I get this out of here?"
You can ask it politely, but you're kind of a dick, so it's probably not going to give it to you.
He throws it behind him as far as he can. And just it tumbles down. Says, and he just looks at you in the eye and says, "No dynamite."
I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter on Baylor.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Okay.
When Og sees Baylor throw the hat, he's gonna be like, "Careful, there's a soul in there."
Yeah.
Hat's
Doesn't
technically
Baylor know
alive.
that?
Yeah, that seems kind of...
Baylor
Yeah, why
knows.
Oh
would
no,
he
Baylor
throw
doesn't
it?
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's seen us talk to it. He knows that there's someone in the hat.
What if you hurt the soul?
Yeah, that doesn't seem very lawful good, Nathan.
Well, also letting someone blow themselves up in the middle of the mine
I
isn't
wasn't
very
gonna
lawful.
blow
Good.
it
And
up.
everyone else.
What were you?
All right, I
Where are
need you
you?
to do, bud. Let me see.
Just out of curiosity, what is Nigel's wisdom? Is it negative?
No.
No.
No,
Should it be
Nigel
negative?
rolled everything good in his fucking initial roll. I had to back Nigel down because he rolled so good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's. I gotta. Okay. So yeah, you need to be a 17 there, Hoss.
For what?
wisdom.
For wisdom?
Yeah.
All right.
Og's gonna go pick the
That's a
hat up
21.
Okay. Well, he knows I cast something on him. Wait, does he?
Mhm. Yeah.
Target succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall. It will stand. Intelligence score 4. Turn.
Oh. So
He looks at the eye like Gandalf and says, I'm not trying to rob you. I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, you're doing a real shitty job.
so while they're doing this, Og's gonna go pick the hat up.
Okay.
Okay, and Og's gonna poke his head in there and be like, "Hat, can you give us dynamite, please?" Little, cylindrical tubes.
Doesn't respond.
Okay, well, Og tried.
Oh, well, I'll drive.
Og's gonna dust the hat off.
He hears you talking about it. He's like, we are not using dynamite. Dynamite explodes everything around it. Yes, it may push this in, but it'll take everything else around us and cave it in. This is
I'll
not
just
the
try
best
to get the
solution.
dynamite out to give it to Baylor, not to Nigel.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to use dynamite. He thinks it's the worst decision ever. The best thing that we can do is try to clear this out by hand.
I'll go back to trying to clear it out by hand. Like he's been doing while they argued.
All right. Let me see if Baylor has anything fun that can help this out. Yeah, he just starts to do it by hand as well.
I kind of use my shield to like shovel stuff up a little bit best I can, get out of the way.
Not a ton that he can do there. Okay. Yeah, they just start. You guys start clearing away little by little. No big booms from this side.
Yay.
Callista, any ideas on your end?
There's nothing that I can do that's gentle. And it's going to be probably just as bad as the dynamite. So I'm going to help clear rocks with my weak ass little hands.
Okay.
Do you have like mage hand or anything? No, mage hand can only pick up
Nigel.
5 pounds.
It's like 5 pounds of shit.
Yeah, it's 5 pounds. Wait, our range hands can do something else. I don't know if that really helps here, though.
Oh, wait a minute. There was mining equipment up at the beginning of the cave. Should we grab like a cart and wheel it down here to dump rocks into to get back out of here?
Well, potentially we'll head back to Steven as this thing's been talking to him for a while and saying like, oh,
I have an idea.
oh.
What if I
Mhm.
cast giant insect and summon some big ass bugs to do my bidding and clear these rocks?
I don't think they're very strong.
Giant centipede's not that bad, right?
I can look.
Giant spider. It's just extra.
Giant.
Will?
Oops. Giant. Centipede. Oh, they have a -3 to strength.
How about spider? I guess he's not that bad, not that good either.
He's not bad. He's better than the centipede.
Giant scorpion?
I mean, they're giant, so they're very large, and they would gum up the entire tunnel. Would be the other thing.
I
Yeah,
can make my mage hand invisible.
helps so much.
Is mage hand not invisible normally?
No.
No, it's just like a.
Oh, it's good to
Steven, going back to you and the conversation you guys have had, as far as this thing telling you you need to leave now, don't come back, we want to be left in peace, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. So
I guess.
you've convinced me, and I need to leave. Which way would you suggest I go to try and convince the others to never come back?
The way you came.
Well, shit. Okay, well, are you gonna just stand there and watch me, or are you gonna disappear? Because it's kind of creepy.
Will you leave now?
If you let me, yes, absolutely, I will. What else do I have to? You said the people that we're supposed to be saving are dead.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Are you
nobody
tell-
here for you to save except for your people now that I have just learned are being taken.
Are you telling the truth?
Am I? Yes.
Yeah, yes. That was me asking, not the boy. Are you telling the truth?
Yeah.
You leave
absolutely.
now? Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
I plan on it. I mean, what the fuck? I'll be like, let's get the fuck out of here. Like,
okay.
because to me, to Steven, like, it's these are people, and whether
Okay.
we see them as rocks or not, they need to be protected just as well. So
Okay.
Rock people.
Rock people. As you say, yeah, we'll like saying, yes, we leave now. Blah, blah, blah. You hear behind you, down the tunnel, just like like shifting of rocks and shit like that, and things moving and being scraped away. And you turn around.
yeah,
You turn around and you see right where the cave-in is this form. You don't really know what it is because you're looking at it from the back, but it looks like just a big mass. But you definitely see like kind of appendages like clawing at this thing, and as it's going, it's just like moving. Like there's no like it like struggling to go through. You just see like you hear as it scrapes across, and then just rocks and shit going, and just and rocks and things going, and it's like burrowing through all of this rock at a pretty fast pace. As this is happening, and you guys are talking about dynamite, Nog is like, I was gonna give it to Baylor, and Nigel still being semi pinned up against the wall. You guys hear something from the other end of the cave-in. It's very kind of rhythmic, and as it continues, it is getting louder, just like.
Steven?
And as it's getting closer, you see the rocks on the cave-in in front of you start to gyrate, and kind of like the little pebbles start to fall off.
can I ask?
Baylor lets go of Nigel and starts to back up, and he's just looking, wondering what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I'll go back up too.
While this is, I mean, is this happening very fast, or is this like? Because I kind of want to ask the voice a question. I'm curious about
You
the
good? Yeah.
pods.
Yeah.
Bless you. Um, voice. We've noticed in our exploration on the way down here, there's these scoops, pods that don't look like they were extracted from by any tool. Is that something you are doing to help protect, or is that something that somebody else is doing?
They wanted to take my people, and we took them back.
All right. Fair enough, because we do have somebody with us that is very intrigued by the minerals and what we perceive as minerals are your people, and he was unsure, and now I can explain to him what has been going on, and maybe he will help me convince the others to leave this place.
Yeah. Doesn't say anything beyond that.
Thank you. You may continue.
Yeah, you see this thing just like. Are you going towards it, or are you staying in where you're at?
I'm gonna walk towards it. I feel like I see what he's doing. He's not coming towards me.
Okay.
They're letting me leave. He's quiet.
You walk towards it, and yeah, you're going, and this thing is a decent sized thing. Like it takes up almost the whole one. You don't know where it came from. It was just there and all of a sudden just like raking at this thing. Two, it's pretty big. It almost fills the entire area of this tunnel. And it is just like throwing this stuff with ease as it's going. And as you get a little closer and you're trying to figure out what it is, the entire mass of this thing looks like it is made out of stone and different things. Yeah, it is just like one big like moving piece of rock.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
And again, as it's going, you guys on the other side, it's getting louder and louder. Baylor is backing up. He's got his fucking maul ready for whatever might be happening in this.
I'm behind Baylor. Let him
Can
take.
I yell loud enough for them to? Am I close enough to yell through where they might be able to hear me?
Potentially. What are you going to yell?
Just like, don't attack. I've struck a deal.
Everyone, perception check. Yeah, see if you hear anything. Baylor didn't hear shit.
I got a dirty 20.
He hears the rumbling coming at him, and he's just ready to
All we
go.
hear is attack.
19.
All you hear is attack. That's all Baylor hears is attack. He hears don't. 10, dirty 20, 19.
Mm-hmm.
Nigel, Callista, yeah, you guys, as like it's just like getting louder and louder, you're hearing something kind of through it that sounds like Steven telling you guys don't do anything.
Okay, so I put my. I'm gonna put my. Okay.
Baylor's ready to throw down. Like he doesn't know what's coming through here.
I give
Okay,
my
I'm gonna tell
back
Baylor.
if I had an arm.
Put your weapon down. Steven's made a parlayed.
Why should I listen to you? You wanted to blow us up, and you tried to cast spells on me, and that is not. I don't think you're the best person to tell me what to do in this opportunity.
All right, I'm gonna try and persuade him. Let's see if I can persuade him. 11 plus.
I know it's pretty big, so we'll find out.
Let's see. I think it's 9. Yeah, I think that's a dirty 20. Yeah, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. What exactly do you say there, Nigel? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm sorry. Maybe I was wrong.
Maybe I was a
I
little
made a
brash, and I
mistake.
apologize for turning into a whale, and I wasn't going to blow us up, but you need to put your weapon down. He's brokered a deal.
He's just sitting there and kind of fighting against himself, and he doesn't put it down all the way, like, oh, I'm going to strap it back to my back, but he just kind of like puts his, like, he hasn't, like, it's both in his hands still, and he just takes a step back and he's waiting to not as much listening to you to like, he's right, but just like waiting to see what happens as opposed to like jumping into it too bad. So you succeeded, you needed the 20, but he's not 100% like, maybe I should. He's just like, I don't know about this.
Well, you're slowing down if nothing else. That's a good job.
Yeah. So this is going on, and you guys again see the like rock shaking and everything, and you just start seeing like, you would think if someone's trying to like push through a cave in, like, oh, there's a little rock here and a big one's coming through, and maybe they'll do that. It just looks like swaths of rock are being just like fucking like brushed away. Like not even like a full boulder. It's just like, if this is a full boulder and something's coming through, it's just like, and half of that boulder is gone now, but everything else that was in his path has been brushed away. And it just keeps going, and this thing is like
an eraser.
Almost like an eraser. Yeah. And it's going through, and as enough of a space opens up, all of you guys see this big hulking thing that is like made out of stone, made out of rock. It has about 4 separate what appear to be eyes, but they're not like, oh, eye. It's just like kind of all over the place, and a weird like shape that's curving down that as it's going that kind of opens up and it looks like a mouth that's opened. And then 2 very large arms and hands that have about 3 separate fingers that are just like mowing through this stuff and kind of pushing things aside.
Can I?
And it opens up, and as it does, it's like it's got like a nice round hole made for you guys to where you can go through, and is just standing there for a second.
So it stopped.
It stopped.
Can we
I go
see?
through?
Yeah, can we see Steven now?
Not yet. This thing is in front of you.
Excuse me, Rockman. I need to get through so I can leave and hold up my end of the bargain.
It turns like sideways, and you see a couple of his eyes go down to you, and it's not looking at you. It's looking past you.
Mm.
And you hear like a little whisper of something that you can't understand, and it lowers its arms and almost like sinks into the ground, into the like straight up rock and earth. And Steven, as it's going down and you're seeing that as it turns and everything, you get a better look at this thing. You and Nigel both see the hands of this thing are the ones that were reaching out for you.
Oh no shit. Okay.
And it's just slowly going down and sinking into the earth and kind of becoming part of it
All right. And then
until it's gone.
as it does that, after it's gone, I'm gonna run as fast as I can before they jump through, back through it, and be like, "Listen, we need to leave. I can explain everything on the way up, but we need to leave. Baylor, I know we were looking for people. You did your prayer, and your prayers were correct. The lives that we were supposed to be searching for are no longer with us. We need to leave. I will explain on the way what has happened here, and I think there's more to this place than we've been led to believe. But before we do, on your way out, we need to put that rock back that you took."
Why?
Apparently it's not a rock or mineral. It's a person.
Oh, it's a soul stone.
It's something like that. Yeah, like a soul stone. There's souls in it, and apparently that's what needs to stop. And there's been warnings, and they've
He
been
looks at you
ignored.
very like you're leading him on. Like,
You must be joking.
Did you not see the giant hulking rock creature thing that was just moving stone as if it was water?
Absolutely, I've heard stories of that things before. That doesn't mean that this, and he pulls down, is that doesn't mean that this is a person. Is a rock.
All right, well, then I would like you, if you do not believe me, there is a hole there where I just spoke to a voice. I saw things, and I kind of explained what I saw to him.
Yeah,
And I
why
kind
don't
of
we just put
tell
it
him,
back
"You
where
don't
we found
believe
it?
me." I mean, I may not be the easiest to persuade some, but they let me past. It disappeared when I asked. There is something going on here. That these are people. These are not rocks. And if you say you are to protect people, regardless of race, they might not seem as people to us, but there is something that believes they are people, and they are being stolen and taken from us. Those are the pods and the swipes. That is the mine itself, protecting itself
So
from
Here,
minor
they're living entities made
within
of
the rock.
Nigel, didn't your hat say it recognized
heard voices.
heard voices?
Oh yeah, let's put that stone in my hat and see what happens.
He's talking to Steven this whole time. He says,
You're telling me that there's something down there that is answering questions about
Correct.
this mine and this stone.
Correct.
Says, well, I don't want to be rude at all, but I would like to see this for myself.
All right. Well, I'll yell in for you. So I wouldn't want to see anything horrible happen to you. They seem very powerful, and
He
I
says,
did not
don't worry, I'm protected. And he just walks in.
Ooh, there's somebody coming in that does not believe me.
All right, you guys, are you guys leaving or are you waiting for Baylor?
I'm gonna wait for Baylor. I'm like, I want to.
Okay. You wait for a minute. Wait for another minute.
I'm gonna play some. I'm gonna just pull out a deck of cards. Just start playing poker or something to kind of pass the time.
Okay.
I'll play Go Fish with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Og start playing Go Fish.
Go Fish. The one card game that Og understands.
Yes.
Time's going by. Normally, Baylor's very booming voice is not heard. Time goes by. About 10 minutes goes by.
So here's what I'm gonna say. By the time I beat Og at Go Fish, we kind of just start like he's been gone for a little bit. So I guess I'm gonna after I beat Og, I'm gonna go walk down and see where the hell he went.
Okay. Are you cheating with Og or are you playing straight up?
I'm playing straight. I don't have to cheat to win at cards.
Okay. For some reason, this is the longest game of Go Fish. You're just like, fuck, what is going on? And then, yeah, 10 minutes goes by, and then you're going to go check on Baylor?
Yeah.
Okay. Nigel, you start to walk down, and you get, like, just past the, like, opening of where this thing, like, clawed and broke this thing open. And right away, you see Baylor walking back towards you guys.
What's up, buddy?
Did you hear a voice?
Yes,
What did it tell you?
everything I needed to hear.
Which was what I was telling you?
We need to leave. And we should close this mine.
Exactly.
Wait. Do I get to close the mine, Baylor?
No. That responsibility will be on me.
Oh. Okay. So yeah. I guess we're just gonna walk out now.
Is everything all right, Baylor?
Yes.
I'm gonna roll
Everything-
insight.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
You are returning with us, correct?
Unfortunately, that does not seem to be what will be happening.
What? Why?
Well, from the stories that I have heard, this may not be the end of people trying to take what is here. Yes, it may be something that will end now, and Mr. Morrissey may become happy that his daughter is safe and that he can leave and everything will be fine, but that does not mean that others that know of this miraculous substance may not come for it. And for everyone's safety and well-being, I have agreed to stay and do what I can to ensure that that does not happen in the future.
So
So
are you going to Are you staying in the mine?
Yeah, that.
Yes.
You don't have to stay in the mine to do this.
Oh, I did. I know I don't have to stay. I am happy to. Listen, from what I have learned, what is in here is the most miraculous thing that any dwarf, human, elf, anyone of the blacksmith guild or the way of the forge could ever dream to think that something like this happened. I want to not only learn about everything that is possible and how this came to be, but also to ensure that this does not fall into the hands of anyone that that would use it for ill means. As a follower of Moradin and the Order of the Forge, this, to me, is the greatest honor that I could ever serve.
Okay, I get that, bud, but if you're in the mine and you can't get out of the mine, how are you going to eat?
Oh, my penguin friend, who just so soon wanted to cast spells on me and charm me. Now my well-being is your first priority. I'm touched. Your true colors finally come out, and I'm glad that everyone was here to see it. But don't you worry about old Baylor. Us dwarves, we find a way in any situation, and I have been promised and given assurances that my well-being will be looked after.
Can I roll persuasion to see
Want
if I
leave
can
messages with us to bring to anyone?
Wait. 3 people talking. Hang on. What?
Go ahead.
I was going to see if I could roll persuasion to get him to at least not have us cave the mine in behind us.
His mind's made up.
Oh, nothing? Okay. All right.
No.
Og was just gonna ask if he had any messages he wanted us to deliver, like to his church or to family, friends, like anything like that, if he's gonna be here for a while.
So, you're always looking out for everyone else. That's very sweet of you. No, my thoughts, my prayers hopefully will go through Moradin and be delivered. This is, if you come across anyone that knows me or any of my family or kin, just let them know that I am happy and very proud with what I am doing.
We can do that. I do have one thing that is sticking in my head. There is a chunk of Alorium on Mr. Morrissey's desk.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Do we need to bring that back?
Would it be beneficial to bring it back? And how would we get it to you or it or whatever is...
Being realistic, there's a bunch of Alorium out there. It's not just on Mr. Morris's
Yeah.
desk.
We know where
It's been
this one is.
mined and built into all
Yeah.
sorts of crap and sold.
This is just a display as a trophy. It's a person.
He smiles and says, "Oh, follower of Helm, I am very happy to see that you have taken this into account, and I can tell you right away that the presences here will not overlook that. As far as that piece goes, that is yours. That is what you were promised from this endeavor, and they agree that since it has already been taken and you agree to these terms, that is something that can be, well, let's say an olive branch, to do with as you see fit, as long as no one and nothing else tries to come back down here." And he says, and also, and he reaches into his side and hands it out. And he says, "This was also something that I bartered for myself, knowing what else you have to endure and what you are journeying towards. And this could also help you in your quest." And he holds out the chunk that he took off the wall himself.
Shit.
Cool.
All right.
I put that in the hat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just stick it in the hat.
Yeah.
Put it in the hat.
All right.
Maybe
And-
the hat can make friends.
Yeah. And
Okay, what happens when I put it in the hat? Does anything happen?
no.
No? Okay.
And he just says, "I want to tell you, I wish that I could help you in the endeavor of crafting this myself, but from the deals that have already been made, that is not an option."
Who should we take this to?
Well, I know that Bregathan is quite skilled. For the rarity of this item, and the potential power it can instill. You need to find the best of the best, the most skilled in the smithing arts to bring this to its greatest potential. Because I will say this, if it is not harnessed fully, it is something that will be, well, frankly, wasted, and it will be just something that is not. Damn it, I'm trying to think of the right word. It will be.
Wasted potential.
No. Fuck. I hate brain farts so much. I want it to be something so good and wonderful. It. There will be many entities in this mine. If this is wasted and not used to its fullest potential, will feel the ramifications. And will know that something pure and wonderful is lost to this world.
There are strategic areas where you would like us to close, that we could do it with what we have.
Again, leave that up to me. Just please tell Mr. Morsi and everyone else that works in the mine and would have any thoughts of potentially coming down to reopen these tunnels, that not only will they see Mr. Baylor Beard's breath blocking their path, but other horrors that they could only imagine. And I can tell you this, I would be the kindest.
That is saying something. I will do my best to pass on your word, and I will pray to him for you.
The voices say anything about what happened to the foreman?
Oh, I'd never asked.
The foreman, yes, they, warnings were given many times to not return. They were ignored, and as much as I hate to say it, the lives that were lost were something that cannot be restored. However, as an added incentive, I guess, I can, once these are sealed, I can speak to the powers that are within these mines to see if they can restore him to what he once was. But I cannot tell in my own knowledge and thoughts of redemption that it could.
Og feels bad for his wife more so than him. So.
Fuck the foreman.
I mean, well, like the foreman, you take a job as a foreman in a mine with Jiggly and Mine having issues.
She didn't sign up for this.
He didn't sign up for this.
Didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah. He basically just says that he doesn't know what can be done, but he can try it. Once this is closed, he can try to vouch for them and see if anything can be done.
Okay.
All right, Baylor, if there's ever another path we shall ever cross, I look forward to it.
Well, the only path I can see is you returning here, and I would not suggest that. I have seen you in battle, my friends. I would hate to raise my maul against you, but please understand, and he gets, like, his smile is gone, and he's dead serious. Like, if you do return, I will not hold back.
I would expect nothing less.
Damn
Smile comes back to his face, and he just says,
yes, please return. There is no hurry. Please do not take anything else with you. Nothing else is here that you should, that you would need to bring with you.
You need us to leave the dynamite?
That would be very beneficial towards me. Yes, that is something that would help me greatly in
guess, yeah.
and following through on my word.
It's up to Nigel, really, but yeah.
Dynamite
I
out.
picture Nigel just takes his hat off and it shakes it, and the dynamite.
He goes through. He comes out. He's like, Nigel, I don't mean to be rude, and he starts counting all the sticks of dynamite that fell out of the hat. And he goes through. Oh, wonderful! Thank you so much.
Cool. So I guess we just walk out.
You guys turn around and leave.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
I want to shake his hand before we leave.
oh yeah, he gives you a big one. Like not even just like a hand. He like grabs your whole forearm,
Yeah.
just like grabs and gives you a big one.
I'll give him a bear hug.
Aw, lifts him up off the ground and everything.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's like slapping your back the whole time. Oh.
Nigel gives him a knowing nod, but he can't.
And a wink.
He gives you one of these. Little-
Keep your nose
Yeah.
clean.
And he as you guys know, he says, Callista,
Yes.
and he grabs a little pouch off the side and throws you his personal jeweler's tools.
Ooh.
Because these will do you more good than me with where I am headed.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Baylor. I wish you were coming with us to teach me them, but I will keep this as a fond memory of you.
I'm flattered, but trust me when I say there are better tutors than I, and I have no doubt with your commitment and your cunning that you will find them.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Morardine and Tempest be with you, and I hope to see you on the other side.
And you guys walk out, and he's just standing there.
Yeah.
As you're going, he just gets dimmer in this cave.
Cool.
And it's 11:30, so we'll end it. I was going to ask if you guys wanted to end it at 10:30, and apparently here we are now. So seems like a good place to do it.
We'd spend an hour and a half falling down a hole.
Yeah.
The whale.
That was fantastic.
That was phenomenal.
Like I was like the whole time like on first floor, and I was like, these hands are gonna grab out, they're gonna pull them down. What are they gonna do? And it finally happened, and I was like, oh my god, they're gonna die. Like what's gonna happen? But no, that was great. I couldn't have said that Nigel was gonna turn into an orca.
I did see myself turning into an orca.
Yeah, let's try to smother the dwarf that came with us that saved your life. You know,
Octopus, tentacles, suction cups.
yeah, no, I got you.
At least it could have turned into a crab, a swordfish.
Mm-hmm. Could
I
have been
erased-
Snippers.
Huh?
You could have been Snippers. That would have been great.
Ooh, do we level up for all this?
No, you didn't kill anything.
I killed
I
a
mean,
lot.
we nearly killed ourselves.
You nearly killed yourselves.
And Baylor.
Like I said, you gotta earn this shit. Guys, I gave you something wonderful. It's better than a level. I give you two things.
Recording property.
Oh, my bad.